I'm muted? I'm muted? Well, hi everybody, welcome to the stream today. It's good to have you with me on this Friday. Now, I am starting late today, even by my standards, and I apologize for that. I had an emergency situation this morning with, the fact my debit card has been compromised, and I had, like, hundreds of dollars of unauthorized charges on it, and I had to deal with that this morning immediately. That was a crisis. So I got all my cards canceled, and I fixed it, but it was a pain in the ass, and it sucked. So just letting you know that that's the reason today. Yeah. But I handled it, and it looks like all those charges will be able to be reversed because it's fraud. So there's a live letter this morning. Now I'm gonna spend some time checking in with FF14 today. This is pretty rare, I know. It's been a long time since I have loaded up this video game. But here we are because there has been some news. There's a live letter that happened this morning at 4 a.m. my time. And so I'd like to go over that and see what was said in the live letter. I'm curious. I haven't actually had time to look. I plan to do that live on stream here with y'all. Yeah, so we're going to find out what was said in the live letter, and there's other little bits and pieces of FF news that I wanted to cover too. That we can just do it all at once here, checking in with Eorzea. You know, see how the realm has been faring in my absence. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Attempting top again? No. No, that's not happening. That is certainly not happening. Okay, so what's the best way for me to catch up with this? I guess normally what I do is we pull up the VOD. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. We're gonna pull up the VOD of the live letter, and I'll just like pass through it. I guess an alternative would be just read an article, but usually I like to see the translation, skim through it, and see if there's anything major. Yes, FF14 for the first time in a very long time. But that's kind of, a lot of that is because of the content cadence that the game has. It's quite long. It takes 4 months between major patches. And there's usually not a whole lot going on in between those times. Okay. Where is the Twitch VOD? Oh, here's the YouTube VOD. Okay, that's good. Good. Let's get all set up here. I hope you're cozy and comfy. Firefox. Good. So I'll mute the game audio. Or at least the BGM, because I think that they have BGM playing. Has she been spoiled on the live letter? I have heard about Viera hats. That is it. Everybody has been spamming me about Viera hats all morning. So this is what I know about. Besides that, I don't know. Okie dokie. So, good morning, Warriors of Light. That's not the beginning. That's not it. Yo.
Haven't caught a stream in a while. I hope you're well.
Junior,
new,
hello.
So I guess you moved.
Thank you for the 27-month resub. I did move again, yes. Hopefully this is the last move in a long time. I'm back in Seattle after a year in Florida, which was a huge mistake. That was a miscalculation. And, you know, we're moving on now. Finally back in Seattle. I'm very happy about that. Okay, I'm trying to pull up the translation for this. Okay, I found it. Okie dokie. Let's go to the very beginning. Test stream stuff. I'm gonna skip all that. There's the Magic the Gathering collab. Did any of y'all get any of those cards? I actually have. Yeah, the video's super quiet because they're speaking in Japanese. So don't worry about the video yet. I'm gonna be talking over them for a little bit. Did you get the FF14 deck? I got one handed to me at PAX East when I was there, and I haven't actually opened it yet. No, I didn't get an FF14 one. I just remembered. I got a regular Magic the Gathering pack. Yeah, I didn't get an FF14 one.
Zepla Q Wave.
Hitmon, thank you for the 43-month resub. Appreciate that. Fragadin, thank you for gifting a sub in the chat also. Okay, so... what? Is this... okay, let me... here's what I'm gonna do. I'll get a snipping tool out so I can show you some of these quotes. Alright. What is... did Yoshipi really... okay. Yoshipi, as well as the dev team, has been looking into the feedback and found out that, yeah, the current system we have now is indeed getting detrimental to the community. So they're doing all the considerations and contemplation right now. What is he talking about, like, the state of the game with this? Because, immediately before that, they were talking about the Gundam show, and then there's this message. This kind of says nothing. True. They opened up with an apology and admitted they're getting complacent. Yeah, okay, so this is the beginning. This is that. This will be detailed later in the stream. Oh no, this was from the test stream. Okay, I see. So let's start to the actual stream beginning. Now, let me also say that today we are going to be using the, as always, the RFFXCV translations from their Discord server. We have been doing this since the beginning of ever. RFXV Discord is the one providing the unofficial live translations for the community for live letters, and it's very helpful. So thanks to them for letting us be able to make content and talk about the live letters if we if they don't have the translator active. Okay, so this is the 87th live letter, and 8 years ago today, Stormblood released. Wow, no way! It feels like, for me, it feels like another lifetime. It feels like several lifetimes ago that Stormblood came out. That feels like 10 million years ago. So the first thing that they discussed is the community feedback for Occult Crescent and Cosmic Exploration. Occult Crescent feedback. Now, I personally have not played Occult Crescent, and I have no plans to do so. Occult Crescent feedback. Oh. Well, we could just skip ahead to that part. Yes. I have heard quite a lot about it from y'all who have been coming back to let me know what the experience has been like for you. And it hasn't been great. What I've heard so far has really not been great. I'll tell you what I've heard so far. From chat, from you, from Twitch chat. The entry system to get into the big raid, the Forked Tower, is a total disaster on all fronts. That apparently it needs specific weather conditions plus RNG for you to be able to get in at all. And your whole group can miss this incredibly short time window if you just happen to be in the different critical engagement at the time and you can't get in at all. And it's extremely frustrating, and it's something that you can't reliably access and it's worse than even trying to get into BA. This is what I've heard. So they took the systems that they took it's like they looked at the BA system and how hard that was to get groups into it, and then asked themselves how they could make it harder. And that's what they did for Cult Crescent. It's a mess. This is probably the #1 complaint that I've seen about Cult Crescent so far. Yeah. The next major complaint is the one that I called whenever they first announced it, and that I was pretty sure was going to be the case, which was that it would just be like fate farming. It would just be more fate farming. I mean, this is what it always is for the exploration content. I personally feel like it's gotten a little stale at this point. They kind of been leaning on it for years, and you've heard me say on stream multiple times, like, I no more fate farming, please. Like, I beg. I've heard that some of the critical engagements can take like up to 10 minutes, and a lot of them feel samey between the different fates critical engagements. So yeah, I do not think I can do fate farming anymore. I really don't. I spent so much time on it. It's so mindless. It's just not exciting. Other thing is, the zone being really flat. Now that's also something I called as soon as I seen the map, actually, on the live letter about that. I remember seeing the map and I'm like, ooh, I'm worried it's going to be a little flat. I hope we have a sense of danger and progression like we did in Eureka, at least. But what I've been told is that, apparently you can just access everything at level 1, and then the enemies aren't like scaling with your knowledge level, so that there's not really that the danger curve, right? The sense of growth of your journey through the challenges. Yeah. Also, I've heard that the meta is to just tag the CE and go AFK. So basically leeching, because there's not a lot of cooperation that's required. You just kind of need to follow the train and hit the boss, and then yeah, it doesn't seem that social. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of encouragement for you to have teamwork and communication in there. Yes, and that's the main things that I've heard. That's the main stuff. But personally, for me to and I said this the other day, for me to jump into a big grind like they'd offer in Cult Crescent, I would really need to feel super engaged with the game already. Like, I would need to feel really excited about the game, so much so that, I can't wait to spend more time in this world. Like, that's what draws me to a grind. It's just, I want to be in the world more because I'm enjoying it so much and I don't want to leave, right? But I've kind of been I've had FF on the back burner since the story, so I'm just kind of watching from afar right now. So apparently they've addressed some of this Occult Crescent feedback. Yoshi P said, many players have tried to clear and prog the Forked Tower as of yesterday. There have been more than 400 clears. Not 400 clears. Okay. We felt the support through the system in DRS was too high, so we wanted to reduce this a bit. We have what the community calls island gotcha. Just to get into an instance in which you can queue into the Fork Tower. Oh, gotcha. That's funny. It's difficult to get into the same island as a group of 48. We will implement a feature in patch 7.3 allows for pre-made alliance of 48 players to queue. Okay. All right. Way to go, guys. Okay, that's good. They listen to feedback and they're gonna adapt. However, I have flashbacks right now to Eureka when we had is something that feels a little similar. Eureka, when it came out, was an absolute disaster. It was horrible. It was not fun. Everyone hated it. And then they listened to the feedback and they changed it. but by the time they changed it, no one wanted to go back to Eureka. Okay. Because it already had a bad reputation. Okay, it had a stigma for being unfun. And once you have that stigma, it's very difficult to go back from it. Okay, next thing. Enemies and fates can be defeated too quickly, unless you're paying close attention. Fate may be completed before you've arrived. I'm going to kind of skip past a lot of this stuff because, again, I'm not playing Occult Crescent, and I don't plan on it. But I'm happy to see that they have listened to some of the feedback, and they're going to try to improve how it is. He did say the simple... Wait, what? What? Yoshipi said... The simple answer on why we didn't have a normal and savage version is cost. Oh. I know this doesn't matter for a customer. Okay, hold on. So, they just couldn't afford it to have a normal and savage version. Small indie company, guys. It really is. He really pulled the small indie company thing out. Okay. Isn't he on the... Oh, didn't he... Is he still on the board of directors or not? I thought the CEO was all buddy-buddy and, like, loves FF14. Remember? And we're like, oh, now that the CEO clearly loves FF14, it probably means we're going to get more money from Square Enix. This is goofy as hell. You know, I've been playing this game for a long time. And over time, it has almost felt like we got less money over time. Like, the budget... It feels almost like the budget has become more constricting over the time that I've played, over the years. But then again, they did pour a bunch of money into those new data centers and stuff. So maybe that's a reason. I don't know. But, okay. It doesn't really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It just, they have to make their decisions of where to spend their money. And that's up to them. If they have a limited budget, well, we can only hope that they make the best of it, right? Okay, I'm skipping this. Okay. We do feel we've missed the mark on the rewards, and we're discussing how to change this. Oh, about the bunnies. Man, I can't... I'm skipping too much. I heard that the bunny coffers in Occult Crescent were dropping, like, super rare mounts, and some people thought that it was a bug. That it's dropping, like, the Baja mount that costs 30 million gil, and dropping the mount from Fort Crescent that costs, like, 99 currency to buy. It just randomly dropping. I don't know if that's the case, but I have heard that it is dropping a lot of rare mounts, and because of that, the rare mounts are flooding the market and losing value. Okay. I'm gonna skip through here. Increase the drop rate for Demi-Atma. Yeah, I've heard that's RNG hell, but I mean, it's Atma, so... He says, I do think this is just personal RNG. We're not buffing the drop rates for now. To give you some numbers, CE drop rate is 20%. Fate drop rate is 5%. You might think if you do 5 CEs, you get 1, but it's 20% each time. Explaining how probability works. Okay. Just as a side info, ARR Atmos at the beginning had a 2% drop rate. Yes. We increased the drop rate in 2.4 and have been improving the drop rate since. Now they're on 20%. Here's what I think about this. People complaining about the poor drop rate, and ideally, like, the best way to get it is from CEs. I really think that I think the core problem here isn't necessarily a drop rate. It's that the process of acquiring what you need is not fun enough. Like, the CEs need to be more fun, and they need to have less repetitive mechanics, and maybe be faster to complete. so you don't feel like...
Knight Alexander says OC is Tannen Jungle. Calyx is Gul'dan. The Ronkin no Yokui ruins out in the desert are Farallon and 8.0 is Legion/Cataclysm. X equals X here.
I don't know about all that. I'm not about to unpack that. I'm not doing that. I really think it's easy to get burnt out doing these CE and Fate chains in an exploration zone like Cult Crescent or Baja or Eureka. This has always been a problem where it's just kind of the same old... It's like a mindless thing where you do the same handful of CEs like 50 times. You know, this you're gonna just burn yourself out doing this. I really think that's the core problem here, and not I wouldn't hyper focus on what the drop rate is, right? You need to ask yourself, why is a player like wanting to get it done so fast and not enjoying the journey? Okay. Next. Now, some people are enjoying it. Let me be clear. I have had a lot of people come into my chat and say that they like it. So I wouldn't... I don't think it's like a disaster from what I've heard, besides getting into Forked Tower. But it does seem like more of the same, and like maybe not, again, the same thing we say all the time, not really innovative and fresh enough to, you know, get people excited. That's my impression. Take everything I say on that with a grain of salt, because I'm not doing it. I'm not doing a Cult Crescent. Not gonna do it. I think maybe I would do it if everybody was like, hey, a Cult Crescent is so sick and it's so fun and so good, you gotta, then I would. Okay, that's what it would take. Okay, moving on. Cosmic exploration feedback. Let me also say that I really appreciate them starting this stream with feedback responses. This is how every live letter should go going forward. No matter if things are fucked up or not. Okay, y'all need to start the live letter with a whole PowerPoint presentation about the main real concerns people have, and then talk about those before we start talking about other stuff. Especially if it's a part 1 live letter and you don't even have a whole lot of things to talk about. I think this is a good, really good to do going forward. Even if things are fine. In 7.3, you will be able to use mounts in Cosmic Exploration. This is another piece of content that I haven't touched and don't plan to. I'm not interested in crafting and gathering at all. So it just doesn't make sense for me to do that. I'm not going to do that. So that's why I'm probably going to skip past this too. A skipper. I've heard it is good. For the crafters and gatherers, I've heard it's actually good. It's not for me, but that is okay. Has anyone ever said Baja, Eureka, or anything like it is so fun, it's so good? Actually, I can remember sometimes, yeah, and that's a good question. I remember some of the big boss fights in Eureka, people said were really fun, and people tend to generally enjoy doing. Like, I remember the Pazuzu thing was fun for people. Getting the whole instance together to go do that was neat. People seem to like, in Eureka, going through, like, making your way through the dangerous areas and knowing if you stray too far off, you could get killed. Like, that added something really fun to that. BA is my personal favorite piece of content that they've ever added to the game. I think it's the best thing that they ever made for FF14 besides Ultimates. I really thought it was a great way to get newer players, and veteran players into the same gigantic raid, and everybody could have some fun together. Like, it was really well balanced, I thought. So yeah, there's some things that I would say people really, and I would say, you know, things like Dalariata went over really well in Baja Zadnor. So did the Castro raid in the first Baja zone. So yeah, they have hit the mark a few times. But I don't know. A lot of those don't, but you're right to ask that question, because it hasn't been perfect, you know. It's not like it's been always exhilarating. I've always had a gripe with fate farming endlessly. Really. I think maybe that's why I enjoyed leveling in Eureka when I did, because I did it after it had been buffed significantly, and I ended up leveling using the challenge log. And that was more interesting, because it gave me something else to look at, and felt like doing a little journal instead of just only focusing on the fate farming. Okay. Skip cosmic exploration. Oh, is this a trailer? What's going on here? Oh god, is this for the mobile game? Let's see. Okay. Part 1. This is a live letter part 1, meaning they're not going to have detailed explanations on things today. What is this? FF? Oh, they're going on a break. Oh, okay.
87回ファイナルファンタジー14プロデュースされたライブをお送りしております。ここからは後半戦
Yeah, that's right. Thornberry. Fate farming mindlessly was fun before we got burnt out from fate farming mindlessly. At a certain point, you can't do the same thing forever and ever. And with no diminishing, you gotta spice it up. You gotta innovate. Early August 2025, this patch will release The Promise of Tomorrow. Oh, yes, this is very good patch art. Oh, yeah, look how buff Aaronville looks up there. Very good. Yes, that's him in his new outfit. Look how jacked. Look at the guns on that bun. Very nice. Excellent. There's some other characters on the patch art too. But it looks great. The art. It's great. The Promise of Tomorrow. I like the sound of that. Okay, what else you got? Screenshots. She has a book? You guys notice fast. We know you want her outfit. Please wait. I don't. I actually don't like her outfit. I want the booty shorts without tights under there. No. For my retainers. Was it Aaronville? Where's the Aaronville screenshot? Yes. Oh, yeah. Man, the main story looks really good. Very good. I didn't... Maybe not. Maybe not. I didn't really like the last patch, which sucks, because a lot of people seem to like it a lot more, and I didn't, and I'm just suffering. It's awful, because I feel like I just continue to suffer so much, even when people around me having more fun. I just haven't had I straight up not had a good time in Dawn Trail story. Yakui, Allied Society Quest. I like those guys a lot. They were cool. What? It's a bun. Okay. That's nice. I mean, I like the Yakui. More Hildy. Hildy was really solid. I loved it. Really enjoyed it. I think it's one of the best Hildy installments. Meso Terminal New Dungeon. Oh god. Okay. This is about it for quests. All the other content is quest too, but they aren't story heavy. Okay. He says this fence shouldn't break. When I playtest this, there was some collision missing, and I did fall down. The devs apologized. Just let us fall off. So that's all. Okay. That's the dungeon. Alright. The dungeon's part of the main story quest. New trial. Isn't that in
見せれ
the zone that's shut down?
そう見せられないね。
Disneyland. Disney. It's not Disneyland anymore.
そうでした
こん。だけ隠すって言っといてさ、パート2ででは
Let's
実況
not-
でいきましょうってさ。
I think that was. I laughed so hard when you guys said that.
そうなんですね。
I'll never forget it.
はいこれはさすがに。
Okay.
この目で確かめる日を待ちましょう。
Can't talk about the
そうです
trial. That's fine.
まあもともとね。
Echoes of Vanadiel, Part 2. It was so beautiful.
はい。
Wow. Is that a place from FF11, y'all? Just like last time, FF11 related. We just finished the first playtest of this and the BGM was bugged. We knew there was a bug.
合わせをしながら
Okay.
メコピ大会が行
そうで
われて
すね
るんですね。。
作っ
Yeah, that's nice. Ooh.
なぜなぜ急にこ
Wow.
れがっていう
気
のは
になりますよ。
Okay.
はい、ください。
はい。
What else is going on in it?
やってない人も多いと思うんですよね
Oh, yeah.
そうですよね。
Snake Daddy.
はい。
Unreal Trial is
そ
coming.
うです。
Oh, God. This was so dumb. They really resurrected this guy for this. Why? This is so unnecessary. Just keep him dead. This really made me so mad.
ね
いや
It was so annoying. I'm still annoyed. I don't want to look at him.
では続いて、
Let's look at Snake Daddy instead.
どうぞ。
Ah, yes. Who has some of the best trial music in the game. Like, Seryu's soundtrack is so fabulous.
ございますのでいよいよ
Okay.
ラストセリ
Moving on.
わかんないですねダンジョン内のまあミニゲーム的なものもちょっと新しいのが追加
Yeah, I
されて
never played 11. I'm immune to the nostalgia for it too.
まあなん
New treasure dungeon. Those are always good. This is some of the best things, best content in 14, I think, is the treasure dungeons. I always have a good time doing those. With the bun
難し
buns.
いなこの流れだと
Okay.
解説しようっていうのをずーっと
We do have some new mini games in the treasure dungeons. Maybe it raps. Maybe it's a DJ. We don't
そ
know.
うね、確か
Well, that's cool. Okay.
新ステージ
What else we got going on?
スペシャルでご紹介して
にお願いします。おお、
はい
Duty support is gonna have Cutter's Cry added to it. Do we have any buns here that are old enough to remember my incident in Cutter's Cry? That was like, that's deep lore from long, long ago.
クリスタルコンフリクト
Long,
ベイサイド
long,
バト
long
ルグラウン
ago.
ドというマップになっておりまして、
That's an ancient one.
明るい
海岸に
Crystalline Conflict Arena. Oh, that's cool.
ですね。
Oh, that's really neat. It's like based on this.
でこちら
on,
は
the city.
久々の特殊ランクマッチを
Really like this
まあ
concept
持ち回りっていう形に
for an
したのがあ
arena.
って
はい
そしてです
Nice.
いいですね。
What?
めっちゃ上位感のある。
You're adding new tiers.
オメガとアルテマはどっちが上なんだろう
オメガ
もちろんあると
確かに
And Ultima. You should add more tiers at the
いろ
bottom.
んなシリーズを調べた結果
Pepe
これだと
That's a tier Albion.
なりましたので、
はい
これはものすごく
Okay. He says they will allow duo queues in casual, which is fabulous news. That's really good. That's really good.
見え
はい、ガラスの
New Cosmic Exploration Star?
というところ
Fana?
に行きます。
Okay.
まあこちらもちょっとスクリーンショットが、
Alright.
ございますので、
Moving on.
こちらです。
はい、お願いします。
Oh, here's the pictures of the new Cosmic Exploration. It looks like No Man's Sky, doesn't it?
あるっぽい。
ありそうですね。
あるっぽい。
It does.
ということで、コスモエクスプロ
Yeah.
ーラーのご紹介。
が実
Okay. Phantom weapons. Why would you put this screenshot of him looking like that for the for the relic quest? Why would you do this? This is not good. But pick another screenshot. That's too real, man. You're supposed to be doing PR right now. Yoshibi said, he actually said, I did think about this screenshot. But all Warriors of Light know what meeting Geralt means. Yoshibi, have you considered that suffering doesn't have to be part of the process? Doesn't have to hurt. Doesn't have to be like that.
歴戦の非課線
It could be more fun instead.
気になります。
This doesn't have to be this
ゲ
way.
ロールとかふんぞり返ってるとな。
Okay, well,
長い付き合い
あ、そうだ。
God,
ね。
this is so funny.
ね。
さあ、
What else we have to talk about? Let's just move on. Deep dungeon. Ooh,
あ
what?
とはダンジョンごとに
This is a new deep dungeon.
初期レベルからスタートして
Yeah.
成長し中でね成長しながら
Why didn't you release the new deep dungeon in the .1 patch, man? Why did you put it in .2? Why do you wait this long? Deep dungeon would be perfect for the first patch. Maybe is this one where we can level in it easily? That'd be great, right?
最新爽快を目指す、
うん
でダンジョン内では専用の武器防具が
How big is it? There's a lot of questions about this. Is it 200 floor? Okay, let's just listen. It's a dungeon whose architecture change. We know what it is. A lot of us. Players begin to, yeah, I know what it is, but
はい、
Okay. 1 to 4 can be used for leveling.
ちょっと特殊なのは
But the last one couldn't really be used for leveling. Orthos was not good for leveling. It's too punishing. So what's the...
になります
Can it actually be used for leveling?
はですね、スクショ横スライド
Okay, let me check. Is it in the first? Oh my god!
に
Is this in Ilmeg?
まあ言うてプレイヤーの皆さんが進行してい
Yo!
あれなんですけどだから高いところの
It's Ilmeg!
その地下奥深くを目指すとか
Take me back!
に
Yeah!
いるので
なるほど。
Take me back, Yoshi-B!
いや綺麗です
綺麗なとこですね。
Hell
綺麗で
yes!
すねなんか出てきそう
Well, that's where we're gonna be waiting until 8.0.
まあ
Yeah.
このデザイン様式ね
Yeah, that's where we're gonna go.
見たこ見覚えのあるデザイン要素ですね。
そうね
Oh my god.
ターニアがいそう
He said deep dungeons were always about going up or down, but this time we're sliding.
もう一枚ございます
What? Okay.
ああ、なるほど。
あもうこれは
It's like a labyrinth.
確定しただろうと
あそういうこと
Yay!
はい
Ay,
まあ舞台は
Good.
はい。
と
Take me back.
基本が
Take me home
はい概要まあさっきはね
Buntry
ディープダンジョン
Road
自体の
うんうん
to the place.
概要を説明しましたが
That's great.
ピルグリムトラバース自体
Okay.
の概要をちょっと
今回のやつ。
まあイルメグ
You need to do Endwalker. You need floor 50. 91 or above.
PC なのか
Okay.
まあわかりませんが
What
まあも
else
ちろんね
you have to say about this?
なるほど。
Bonus duty after completion.
ま
A
あ
harder version of the floor 99 boss battle will be accessible from the dungeon entrance
そも
NPC.
そもノーマルのボスの強化版なのでディープダンジョンの99回
Can be challenged at level 100 with a party of 4.
で
はい。
それを倒すと強化ボスっていうコンテンツが
Why?
出ますよということなの
What do
で
you get for doing that?
はいよろしくお願い
More hard content? Well, this one only unlocks after you've completed the normal floor 99
ち
boss.
ょっと
I was allowed to show a bit of the boss.
ボスだけ
Oh, okay.
チラ見でもうほらこのデザインを見たら
Is that the boss?
あれ
親ってなり、まあまあまあ、まあ
Okay.
確かにコメントは似合っておりますよ。
うん
Okay.
とはなるじゃん
ああ、お
はあほうですよ
確かに。
The boss should be the beaver
かもわからないので、
of Ilmeg. If you know, you
は
know.
言わなくなりましたが、
はい
はい。
Yeah. If you fail, then you are changed into a beaver.
なるほどね。考察が進むのかもしれない。
Okay, well, that's the best news that I've heard in a while.
という形で
Ilmeg Deep Dungeon is so
い
good.
わゆる
That's great. I'm happy.
ではシステム
Okay.
とかに向けての調整を今行って
Chat bubble. What?
ところあるので次の絶は間違いなく作られてから
Chat bubbles feature.
長期間あったですね
You're actually going to do it.
吹き出しで表示したいというところ
How long has it been? I mean, I think. How long ago was it that Preach confirmed with Yoshi P that they were working on it? Was it like 2 years ago? I feel like this is something that they have been working on for 2 years or more. Maybe more than that. Mike's reaction was funny. Yeah, I wonder. This is like his hill to die on, is the chat bubbles. Yes.
地道に作り続けておりました。
FanFest was first, and then confirmation at the media tour. Why does it take so long to add this? Like, to me, it seems like it wouldn't be that complicated, but the only explanation is that they are working with tiny, tiny, tiny budget. That's the only thing that makes any sense. They have to slowly work on this over years if it's something that's outside the normal planned content. Though this is not content. I mean, it's chat bubble. It's a simple thing. Okay. Oh, there's going to be no ultimate in 7.3. We are working on the next one. There will be a next ultimate, but it will not be in 7.3. Did they promise 7.3 before? Oh, man. I wonder when they're going to do it. I wonder when they're going to put it. It's just budget. I think it's budget. I thought they committed to 2 ultimates per expansion, but I don't know if that's going to occur. I'm looking forward to the next expansion trailer. Hopefully it'll be interesting enough for me to resub. I'm kind of on the same boat with you about that. Don't know, maybe the IT was kind of problematic in terms of backend to actually do it. Yeah, it's hard to speculate. It's really hard to speculate on that. Okay, well.
ギリギリまで調整したいのと、皆さんの今日のちょっと反応も
We don't know what's going on behind the scenes there.
なるほどなるほど。
We're basically done with the feature, but we're not done with the implementation yet.
での調整を今行っております。はい。で、ざっくり
They're not done. They're not done yet. So when will you be done? It will be possible to select which chat modes show up as bubbles. Okay. We're still discussing this last feature, how it will feel in the world of Eorzea. The feature is optional, disabled by default. Text will continue to display in the chat log. Okay. Oh. Look, we all know how it works because we're using it. I mean, not me, but everyone else that's using it. You don't have to explain it. Okay. I wouldn't because it's against the rules. And I always follow the rules. I'm a very good bun. Yeah, not me, but in general, we... Okay.
ていて、その時のやっぱりフィードバックで、やっぱこれは嫌だっていう声が非常に多かった。
What if a body on the floor has a bubble showing up? Healer LB.
最大2行。で、それ以上長い文字
That will turn into memes for sure. Yes. Okay.
頭装備の操作のところ。
Wait, what?
で、はい。
Oh, wait, what did I just read?
ちょっとページを見ていただくと。
What did I just read? First of all, that's great. We asked for this for a really long time. And it looks like it's finally possible for them to do it. I feel conflicted about it a little. Like, this is really good. We have been begging and pleading on our knees for them to do this forever. And so it looks like it is indeed possible. Hide Vieira ears.
一部の頭装備にはなりますが、
Well, I get it because a lot of times I do have to hide my Viera ears. Like whenever I go to Walmart or whenever I record a YouTube video, I need to use the option to hide Viera ears in those search situations. So I that does make sense. Yeah, sometimes you gotta do that. Here's the thing that bothers me about this. Don't get me wrong. I'm overjoyed by this news, and this had to happen, and I'm really glad that they listened, and they're giving us something that we begged for. The only thing that bothers me about it is the fact that for all this time that we have been waiting for them to do this, and we've been asking them to do it, they have repeatedly said it's not possible. Yoshi, he repeatedly said that because of the weird, like, shape of the Hrothgar head and Viera head, that it's not like doing it for other races, and it's actually just weird geometry that makes it impossible, in fact, to put headgear on these races. Okay, that's why they didn't have it on release, and that's why we didn't get it for a long time. That's what we kept being told. That it's impossible because of the model and the mesh. It just doesn't work. But as it turns out, it does work, and it's not a problem. You just need to put the money and time and resources into it, right? That's different. I just wish they'd said that from the start. That's all. I just wish they'd said we wanted to add the hats, but we couldn't because we don't have the resources. Just keep saying you don't have the resources if you don't have to come up with different things. That's all. But I am happy. I am really happy though. You think the graphics update changed the models somehow? That's actually that's a decent theory. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. Maybe that's it.
I don't have the resources to sub to you today, Captain.
I just see. Oh my god. Okay, let me show you. Matra, thank you very much for the 44-month resub. Thanks for providing the channel with resources. I saw this. The reacts to the translation. 6 years on the first one. The other people had the same train of thought as I did, as it turns out. Oh, and then for the Viera one, 7 years. Yeah, so we're glad. We are glad. I'm glad, but it is funny. Okay. Please think of this feature as hiding Viera ears by folding them. If you say they should take up more space when folded, you're not wrong, but it is what it is. Here's an idea. Why don't you give me a different model for my ears that's floppy? You know. Like... You know, like that. If I want to put a hat on. Help me make the ears floppy. Floppy! Okay. Let's continue. Floppy. Bangs will now display. Oh! Okay, cool. Wearing hood type headgear. So there's no bang. Oh, that's nice. That looks a lot better, yeah. That's cute. That's really good. Okay. Next. Well. I thought they forgot about it. It's not for 7.3, but they're showing it because we started to say that they forgot about it, and they want us to know that they didn't forget about it.
いいだろうと。
はいはいはいはいはい。
And I'm glad.
マーカーとかまあ別にある。
Cool. So basically you can
どこまで
share this,
まあ直
the
感
raid
的に
plan with other people
こ
in the group.
ういう攻撃来るからさっていうのが、
はい。
But here's what's gonna happen is people will make one of these, they'll take a screenshot, and then they'll send you the Imgur link.
その
That is what's gonna happen.
みんなでパスワード化
Next.
してその文字列を相手に伝えると
About the whiteboard, we'll figure all this out later. This is not important right now.
はい。それではここから
They're gonna try to put that in 7.4.
参りたいと思います。今日もいくつか
There will be more in part 2.
いろいろお知
Got
ら
it.
せがございますので、みんなで順に
あ、ハウジング管理
Housing. As for housing, we're working on increase the number of objects you can place. And? Okay, is that...
なしかっていうコメントがあったんですけど、
はい。
ハウジングはちょっとですね、
はい。
Listen. Y'all really... I don't know how to put this. I don't know how to put this. But when it comes to housing, you really need to work on making it so everybody can get a house. Like, figure out infinite... Oh, you're not going to be able to do it. Do instance housing. Let us put furniture in the island sanctuary. Like, not just outdoor furniture, but garden and indoor furniture, and use it as a private instance. Because, I have tested the player housing feature that's coming to World of Warcraft. I flew out to Boston last month. I went to the Blizzard office, and I tested player housing. I spent a couple of hours in the feature. And when I tell you, it's fantastic. It is made by devs that are FF players. It is pretty much everything that you would want from the FF housing system, except more than that, and it doesn't go away when you unsub. Everybody gets it for free. Everyone gets it for free. And there's neighborhoods. I really think y'all... I want y'all to keep up, and I really would like FF to continue to compete in these kinds of things. I have done a lot of content about this already, so I don't need to beat a dead horse. And if you're curious, I have all that videos made about it. But I feel like it's just adding more objects you can place in the house is far, far away and far removed from the kinds of massive improvements you need to make to the system. The system is not really working right now. There are people that have been trying to get houses for years and years and cannot get a house. They lose every lottery. There's people who lose their house for whatever reason, and then they're never going to get one again, and they're just going to give up. The system is really bad. I don't know. Housing is a disaster. And increase if it's just increasing the objects you can place is all you have to say about housing. I just don't even know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. There you go. BDO has instance housing, and you can have multiple houses. Guild Wars 2 just added a new housing system with their latest expansion. So, like, guys, we gotta step it up. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Gotta step it up. Get people instance housing. That doesn't go away. Okay, figure it out. All right. Well, we got stuff in Japan. Got Anime Expo. Where is that? LA? Oh, I'm not gonna be there. I'm not gonna be there. I will be at PAX West though, so maybe I'll see some of y'all there. That would be cool. Oh, that's cute. Oh, oh, that's very cute.
一部で言われ
That's
て、あのつりつりな
nice.
んだって言われて
New
たら
merch is so
キラ
cute.
キラなの。めっちゃキラキラしてる。
ラメ
ラメラメ
Oh,
してる。
sparkly stickers is good.
めっちゃ
俺も
Good.
最初で
Okay.
一応ねここにファイナルファンタジー14オンラインって書いてあ
This
る
is mahjong.
この14の XIV の I の文字がね
Okay.
一番
Merch.
コラボアウトドアグッズですが、日本でこれついに
This
発売
makes
と
no
なりまし
sense
た。はい。
at all.
で、欧米の皆さん向けには引き
Whatsoever.
続き予約受付
This
中
makes
と
no
なっており
sense.
ますので、ぜひともご検討いただければと思います。よろしくお願いします。あ、届いたっていう方もいっぱいいる。
Why,
ありがとう
like,
ありがとうございます。そうなんです。これな
what makes you think that your players are going
かなか
outside?
いいですくて、
Okay,
記載
well,
のあるバトルコンテンツデザイナー、シナリ
hiring staff. Okay, well, this is it. That's really it. What? Soken is here?
で今回追加
Yo, what?
あこれくるくる大丈
It
夫
was a surprise.
そっちは大丈夫
あそうページがおかしい
Hey,
詳細出して
it's
じゃあ
Soken.
先に概要をご紹介させていただきましょう。パワーポイントお願いします。
So Soken shows up and says he's in charge of the music for the game, and he plays in a band called the Primals. He says, "I want to apologize for the tour being sold out." I'm recording this. Why are you apologizing?
ザ・プライマルズ・ザ・
Why are you apologizing for being loved? Don't do that.
楽しくやれるように、現在、パッチ 7.3 と並行していろいろ仕込んでおりますんで、
はい
ぜひ皆さん楽しみにしてて
Okay.
くださいということと、おそらくきっとこれが予習 CD になると思いますんで、
He's promoting
こちらの
stuff.
方をみんな聞いていただければと思います、
はい
でちょっと一個、
も
なんかね今回、収録曲がね、
Okay.
あ
That's kind of it. This is really it. Yeah. Okay, no, there's one more thing. At the end, Yoshi P had some words and some thoughts. And it seems important to read. Here it is. Yoshi P said, let me pull this up on the snipping tool. Different vibe to how we started the stream today, but as I said, we're working hard on regaining and keeping your trust. So please look forward to all the new content. That's it for today. See you next time. Well, I think starting the stream this way is good and should be normalized for you to start the live letter stream by addressing feedback and concerns and questions. This shouldn't be something that you do only because it's an all hands on deck scenario where players are leaving and you got to dig yourself out of the hole, right? It should be normal, and it's probably something that we should always do to make sure, you know, so we feel like, okay, this is more than just a PR event for the patch. It's also a chance to communicate that you heard some things. As for, I'm glad to hear him say that they're working hard on regaining and keeping trust. For me, though, man, I feel really checked out right now. It's gonna take probably an 8.0 announcement or maybe the 7.3 patch. If the story for 7.3 is just phenomenal, I'll feel really good about that. I will be doing that on stream, of course. But it's been a rough time with Dawn Trail for me. And I've spent this time exploring other games and reconnecting with other games. And I know that's true for a lot of players. And so it's, I don't know. We will see. I know that we have gotten also the Lucky Boncho stuff after 7. Sorry about. Let me pull this up. After last patch, and I did get this. Might as well look at it. I just had a one of you sent me this. Oh my god. that was a theme of the live letter. We definitely had this feeling that they just do not get the money and resources that they need to do things. Yes. I just came to the stream. Is there a new Deep Dungeon solo? Not yet. Hyzen, it's good to see you, by the way. Hyzen, you know, I'm going to be playing a good bit of Guild Wars 2 over the next couple of weeks. But yeah, it's going to be in 7.3. No, yeah, 7.3. Okay. Anyway, 7.2, Lucky Bond show, which I didn't look at with you yet because we were in transit. I was moving back to Seattle last month and I was really busy. However, I have had a chance to now look over this and it's pretty much exactly what I expected it was gonna be. Shit's dire out here. That's kind of reflects the way I have felt. The green represents fall off of players. The final green line is one that you should disregard. Don't worry about that. We only look at the next to last line. And this is from after point 2. This is a Q2 2025 census. I've seen that we are now at 950,000 active characters, down from 990 of the last time that we discussed this. It was 50,000 new characters, down from 60. Okay. 150,000 returning characters, down from 170k. 740,000 continued actives, down from 760k. People who logged into Dawn Trail at the start, I believe, was 820k. MSQ cleared, 610. Okay, so the trend is downward. We are spiraling down. We are barreling down fast, but I have a feeling we have not reached the bottom yet.
Do a run of Mog Station Ultimate to figure out how to cancel my sub.
Good luck. Yeah. A lot of people also looking at the pre-order numbers. That's also covered here in this article from Lucky Bond Show. They're able to check minion holders to see who had a pre-order for Dawn Trail. So Zidane minion holders was 760k previously, and now it's 730k. People with Garnet, meaning collector's edition holders, was 450k, now it's down to 430k. So basically what that means is a lot of people who pre-ordered, who are considered dedicated players, collector's edition holders, pre-order holders, are no longer active, meaning that among even some of the most committed players, retention is falling across the board. And this is carries on with the same trend that we've already discussed in the previous Lucky Bond Show video. I mean, it's what I could have told you based on the community sentiment. You know, you don't have Yoshi P having a live letter like we just had, where he's actually apologizing to players and saying he wants to regain trust. Actually, you know, thinking about it now, I think this is the most... I don't think I've ever heard Yoshi P take that same kind of tone towards the state of the game before. I think that might actually be a first. Him sitting there and saying that he's like, oh, we're going to listen to you now, and we are trying to regain trust now. I don't think I've ever, in all my years, heard him talk like that. So clearly he's also looking at the player data and is concerned and thinking about what, you know, how to move forward here. There just hasn't been a significant bounce back at all after 7.2, like a lot of people had been hoping for and predicting. We just have churn. We have high churn, and it's not stabilizing anytime soon. It's awful. I hate this because obviously FF14 is a game that I dedicated almost 10 years of my life to. But as I've kind of felt like I felt concerned since Endwalker patches, and that concern has continued on, and gotten more extreme. I'm not going to worry about high-end raid participation. I personally don't think that's a super interesting stat. I'm also not going to look at the cosmic exploration stats. I think that whenever this Lucky Bancho was done, it was right before Crescent, Occult Crescent came out. And I think at this point, when this data first released, people were really hoping that Occult Crescent would provide something that Baja didn't, and like past content that they'd added in Endwalker didn't. That it would give us some, you know, something replayable, something long-term engaging, something fun, to reinvigorate the game. But unfortunately, that does not seem to be what has happened. And a lot of this live letter was spent apologizing for problems with Occult Crescent, which is pretty bad since they were kind of banking on it to help out with the general state of things. And so, and I said this on stream the other day when people were asking me if I was going to do Occult Crescent. I'm like, listen, at this point, Occult Crescent needed to be a slam dunk on release. Amazing fun, new, fresh, different, exciting. Like, it needed to be really, really good. And even then, I think they would still struggle, but that's kind of how dire things are at the moment. So it's just not, the content, it just isn't strong enough to bring people back. And that includes me. You know, I've got to be honest with y'all. Even though people thought that 7.2 story also was slightly better, and I did say I felt like it was slightly better. I didn't think I struggled with it more than most people. The drop off still continues on, and cosmetic things, and like things like Viera hats and Rothgar hats and chat bubbles and these little things. They're great, but they're like little niche cosmetic things, and this is not going to be enough to like reinvigorate the game. At this point, a lot is riding on 8.0 shoulders. I've heard countless people, even here right now in the chat today, say that they're done until they hear an 8.0 announcement. And I did hear that this live from this live letter that this patch 7.3, the story content, this is the last patch of Dawn Trail story, and it might start to hint at 8.0 story now. But yeah, will it? I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna be. But I still actually do have some hope. I still have some hope that things can improve with 8.0. But I think it's about how often the content is coming out. I think the patch cadence is part of the issue, really. And the structure of the content, again, just being formulaic, being samey. And I fear that Occult Crescent not being just phenomenal in its first iteration it's already a make or break moment for a lot of casual players that has already passed now. So this kinds of stuff, doing things the way they always did, is starting to catch up with them, I'm afraid. And yeah. If you could describe Final Fantasy XIV with 3 words, what would it be? It would be safe, predictable, stale. I think that's fair. Yep. Yep. For me, it's been kind of a heartbreaking process for me to come to terms with the game changing, the story suffering so much, and me just feeling like the budget gets less and less, and I do think that I'd given them the benefit of the doubt for a really, really long time, And I still kind of do think things can get better. But as a content creator, as a professional, I was faced with some pretty difficult choices in this expansion. I was faced with the reality of I'm not having fun anymore, and I need to be honest with myself about that. And it hurts because this is home for me. But I can't keep making negative content all the time because that's not fun for me. Like, that's not sustainable for me. Like, that's not healthy long term. It's not fun for me. And so I had to kind of reorient my entire life in the past year. With Dawn Trail going the way it did and pretty much nothing turning out like the way that I had planned, I had to just ask myself, how can I continue to make content that I love, and how can I have fun going forward making videos? I've actually had to stop playing FF14 every day like I used to. At this point, we're way beyond not playing FF14 every day. When I logged in today, I had the accept returners bounty screen, and I was standing in front of the quest NPC for the story in Solution 9 of exactly where I'd finished the story. I just exited, and I just logged back in today because there's news and stuff to talk about. And yeah. I don't know. I guess I wish things hadn't turned out like this. I really do. And but as a professional, I've had to reorient, and so we've moved into World of Warcraft. You know, I got back to World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft is the game that I played since 2004. So I played WoW for 20 years, and I only played FF14 since 2015. So I just kind of went back to my original game that I played before, and I've been having a lot of fun. WoW has been stepping it up a lot. So I've been making content for my new YouTube channel, Zepla's WoW Realm. We just celebrated 1 year anniversary for our WoW guild last Friday, and it was awesome. Had a lot of fun, and I'm having fun again, and I'm enjoying myself again. And I think now I've got this emotional distance between myself and FF14. You know, I'm not like grieving anymore, but I did grieve. I really did grieve for a while with FF14. Like, I was literally depressed. I had an actual depression that lasted months after Dawn Trail, where I couldn't make content. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. And eventually I made that video right around Christmas. And, man, I haven't been able to make more videos, because I feel like I said everything that I wanted to say about the story in that last video. And because of the love that I've had for this game, and the love I have for this world, and my heartfelt desire for it to get better, that's why I'm here right now, talking about the live letter, looking at what they've announced, listening to what Yoshi P has to say. You know, that I'm not doing this often. I'm doing this maybe once every couple of months at this point. You know, but it's important to me to touch base, because I've kind of went through this already with World of Warcraft. Actually. Y'all don't know that, but it's funny because whenever I started FF14, the game that I loved so much that was home for me had shit the bed, and it stopped being fun. And that was in Warlords of Draenor. And guess what happened? I started playing FF14. And so that was the early days. So you didn't see my grief I went through before. Wow. But all those years, you know, I you got to know me as an FF14 creator, and you often heard me talk about WoW with fondness and say, well, I really hope that they get things together. And I would often look back and just pray and that someday it would get better, and that day's come. It has gotten better. It's a fantastic game now. And it's feels like the turns have tabled for me. And I wish it wasn't like that, though. I wish it wasn't like that. And yeah. I have hope that things will improve, but I don't want to have any illusions about it. 14 was always wanting to stay in and watch movies and never do anything new or exciting. I had to get out. I needed excitement. WoW takes me on trips. Always something new. Treats me better. Surprises me every day. Pretty soon we'll have a house together. That's funny. I mean, I know it's not for everyone though, and that's another thing that's kind of tragic. Is that not everybody is going to go to the same games. I'm also playing Guild Wars 2. You know, I've become more of an MMO content creator, I would say. And I'm happy with that. Yeah. This is why I do variety streaming. Never get too attached. That's just not the way I operate. I love being attached. I love being completely immersed and at home in a virtual world. That's why I'm an MMO gamer. That's what's amazing about MMOs. And, yeah. I almost quit WoW in Shadowlands, but Dragonflight completely ended it for me. I knew War Within is almost over, and I'm just starting it, but I like it a lot. It's not almost over. They have a major patch coming in a couple of weeks. And later this year, player housing. Sometime in autumn, we'll have player housing. Hyperfixation. Yeah! That's the ADHD life. But, yeah, I don't know, y'all. Wanted to touch base about it. There's a difference between a home and a prison. Well, you have to be able to acknowledge that, you know? This is true with any game that you play. And this, I said it before to my WoW friends who I was convincing to come to play FF14 with me back in those other times. I said, you need to take stock of how you feel. Are you having fun? Are you feeling playful and excited? When you're done playing, do you feel like you had a great time and you feel good? Then you're on the right track. But sometimes it's easy to just keep doing what you always did and not really check in with yourself. Am I having fun or not? And you need to be honest and not be honest with yourself about it. Yeah. Yeah. We have in our WoW guild so many FF people. Like, I think... Yes. It's all... it's all so many, like, new players from FF. It's been great. It's been really fun. But I will be in Guild Wars 2 a lot, too. I think in the next couple of weeks, I have a good bit of streaming to do there. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. Dragonflight's .2 patch was its best. Good chance this will be too. Yeah, I've been practicing my rogue gameplay last night. Yeah. I played SWTOR, WoW, Guild Wars 2, and FF14. I found that concentrating on any one MMO will burn you out. No matter how the game goes, you'll lose friends and guildmates. But at the end of the day, you mourn the loss of the MMO world. It's not the games, but the people that make it a joy. It's healthy to play multiple games, not single MMO now. Yeah, I don't even play a single MMO anymore. I play... Though I do play... I like to have an anchor game. I'll put it that way. That's what's comfortable for me. I like having an anchor game that is like home base And outside of that, have some other things that I'll do. So I'm also playing Oblivion right now, which is fantastic. This is amazing. I'm going to be doing Expedition 33 soon. And also, you know, Guild Wars 2 story has been fun. So, weaving in other things here and there. Love in Deep Space, obviously. That's not for stream, though. I'm glad I'm not streaming it, because it is way too spicy. It's way too spicy for stream. I'll tell you about that next week. 33, yes, I've heard it's really good. Yeah. Is it Love in Deep Space hella TOS? What do you mean? I just started. I just downloaded it a couple days ago. And I'm loving it so much. They put a merman husbando in there. It's so good. It's so good. I'm having the time of my life. Yes. At some point, you need to play the other FFs. Persona and Kingdom Hearts. I played a good bit of Persona, actually. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm kind of, done talking about FF today. I think I covered everything I wanted. Really? No. I'm gonna play the gacha of Persona 5. No. Consider playing WoW soon again. I saw that there's a new patch soon too. You have a recommendation how to get a vague idea about what the story is about? Is right now. And how we got there. They just added, actually, a patch last week or this week. They just added something called Lorewalking for that specific problem. I'm just gonna swap and show you, because maybe we'll do that today. Lorewalking is a quest line that's like about some important story you need to know about. So they've added one for Arthas, and it's just a quest line that tells you the story of Arthas. And they've added one for like the Void, so you got a different one. So it's like reasonably short to do, clues you in on everything in a like a story quest way. So any VODs of the Persona playthrough? No, I did it off stream. Back in Ukraine. I don't think I finished it either. Yeah, Lorewalking is really, really good for that. Also, they just added, for the new patch, they started doing something different with the story, which is something I've never seen them do before. They released this 5-part audio series narrated by Chris Metzen that each one is like 10-15 minutes long, and it's like many cutscenes will play in sequence, and it tells you it like tells the story of everything that's about to happen before the quest in game, and it was awesome. It was really good, really good. So that might be a fun thing to listen to. It's called Heartlands. That might be a fun thing to listen to. I will say that these, this audio series, it's like just extra stuff that's not necessary to appreciate the story that's in-game. It doesn't leave out anything that's like required to know, but it's helpful. I think it's just nice to have that extra flavor and putting more life in the world through that. I thought that was a nice thing for them to start doing. One of the biggest barriers for new players, how WoW just throws you in the deep end with regards to how to play and the lore. Yeah, I think they're fixing that with Lorewalking and rotation assist. So I'm gonna swap. So I'm kind of done. I do love, I do wish we had bunny boys, though. This is my only real issue. When I was at the Blizzard office, in Boston last month. I was like, guys, please let's have the bunny ears all year long. I begged and pleaded for those. Okay, I really did. I was chuckling listening to the first one. Did you think the same thing I did about Thrall and Jaina in the tower together? Like, yes, I felt the same thing in the beginning. I'm like, it did start off that way. Yeah, it did seem a little bit. That's true. That's true. Okay, let me change the stream title, and we will do maybe some time walking and or lore walking. I'll do a Twitch poll. We'll see what people want. I've started learning Rogue. Again, they've also added one button mode, which is lets you play your character by just pressing one button. It does the automatic rotation. So if you are completely lost and you do not know how to play, don't worry. You can just press one button. It's a huge DPS loss, okay, but I think it's a nice thing for a new player who's totally overwhelmed to at least be able to function in combat, right? An add-on fixed it. They have patched that, red bubs. Yeah, there was briefly a weak aura that fixed the DPS loss, but that's been fixed already. Okay. Time walking, Dells, and more. I don't know what to, I never know what to name a stream title, y'all. Like, I don't ever know. Time walking, Dells, and more. Jaina's breath getting heavy. Yeah, that's right. It did start out like a spicy fanfic, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna start the game right now. Maybe we'll get the pirate dragon since it's randomly dropping right now, and that's a bug. This would be a really good time to randomly get it. It is not supposed to be dropping, but it is totally dropping for people. Yep. Hey, I'm not muted. But yes, I do have the World of Warcraft YouTube channel now called Zepla's WoW Realm. And I mean, you can just watch the channel to see that I'm having a really good time making content. Like, so many of those videos are goofy and just silly and fun. And it has been so refreshing for me. You got the pirate dragon today! Yo! Congratulations. You can tell Chris Metzen is back by the vibes of the new MSQ. Yes. Huge improvement with the story. I'm not going to give any spoilers. No spoilers. No spoilers. But I will say, huge breath of fresh air for this MSQ. Because they're not... People are not doing bad things because they're corrupted. That's something that drove me nuts about WoW before. And a reason I thought the story was really bad before. And this seems to be something that they are no longer doing. There was really interesting... There's like political intrigue going on with the kingdom of Stromgarde, of the Arathi kingdom. There was realistic motivations of people feeling isolationist, feeling distrust of outsiders, not wanting to go help the Alliance and their big save the world bullshit. You know, that was really cool to have them address all that. And navigate the feelings people would have. Like farmers and regular people who had felt kind of abandoned by the Alliance. Putting all that in a pretty digestible setting. I thought the quest itself too, like, there's not a lot of... I think one thing that is difficult for WoW story writers is they have to do a lot with very little. Like, in FF14, we have cutscenes we can watch. Like, they know players are willing to watch several minutes of cutscenes, but in WoW, players are... They want to just keep doing the quests, and so what they've started doing is finding ways to tell you the story while you're doing quest objectives. So, like, with voiceover, with, like, there was a quest where you investigate a site of where some people had been killed, and you do a little detective work. You know, they started changing up the way that the story is delivered to players, and I think it's working really well. They're doing a lot with a little. Okay. So we have Only Buns is on EU and NA, and we also just had our like I said, we had our 1-year Buniversary event on Friday, and we even had a t-shirt designed for this that's on the merch store to celebrate 1 year. So your shirt came in today. Yes, I love the design. I think it's super cute. And we have just been having a great time together. It's been a great new chapter for us. Yep. As someone super critical of War Within's MSQ, I loved this new MSQ direction. It was very smart. It was, things didn't resolve just because, you know, everybody get along because we gotta. It wasn't any bullshit like that. People got along in the end because of military factions have to defer to their leaders. There was practical reasons why things worked out, but the way that we got there was really interesting. So yeah, definitely recommend if you're gonna do that, the latest story, listen to the Heartlands audio series first. But yeah, I feel really positive about the future. And I have for a long time with WoW, so here we are, you know. I told my buddy about having to unlock optional dungeons in 14. He said it was the dumbest thing about the game. He just wants to run blindly through the quests. Well, I think the reason for that was because optional dungeons were a lot of times had some additional story attached to them. And FF14 is a story-based game. So I don't have a big problem with that. So I got in late, but is it safe to assume the live letter was a lot of nothing? I wouldn't say that. The live letter was different in that it involved Yoshi P acknowledging that things are not as good as they could be, saying he wants to win back player trust, listening to feedback about Occult Crescent and saying they'll fix some of those things, and starting the live letter with listening to feedback and responding to player concerns. That's all good stuff, and that felt like it mattered, but in the end, it is, you know, there is a good thing that they announced in the live letter. The new Deep Dungeon is going to be on the 1st, and that's really cool. I'm excited about that. But I'm probably not going to play that much of it. But yeah, I think it's notable that Yoshi P is now addressing the fact that there's a lot of work for them to do. That's good. That makes me think maybe they're going to really try to nail the landing on 8.0. A lot depends on it. Totally understood his take. It's just the difference between WoW and 14. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah. I would say that lately, WoW is taking a lot of pages from FF14. And now I understand why, after being at the Blizzard office last month. When I was there, I'll tell you, almost everybody who is a dev that I talk to is an FF14 player. Like, actively. The guy who was doing the player housing demo, that I was watching him, like, show off how to do it. I watched this guy get a cabinet and glitch, like, pots into the cabinet so that the tops would show. And he's like, look, I'm making a stove. And he did. He made a stove top by glitching, like, furniture together. And I'm like, I know what you've been doing. I can see that you've done some housing at FF. And a lot of that, there's so much DNA now from FF that's, like, with the new patch that they announced this week for 11.2 patch, they're gonna be adding, like, hunt boards to the game for the new area. So, oh hey Daggy. Did you want to do some time walking? Or maybe I should try lore walking. Yeah. There's, like, I was sitting there at the office. There was, like, a break that we had for lunch that day for the housing summit. And while I'm sitting there eating lunch, I can hear some of the developers talking about their ultimate attempts. And I'm like... I was like, are you doing that? Are you doing T right now? And she says, yeah, I'm on the last phase. I'm like, cool. So that's great. It seems like a lot of fresh faces there. We are EU right now. Do you want to maybe go do a moling first? It feels like moling season. Molin. I think it's time for that. Yes, Gamba. Gamba mole. Let's go. Mole gotcha. I'll go look for a what do you call it? The lever on my server. FF14 needs more gameplay in the MSQ. Very, very true. Oh crap. Yes, it does.
Someone didn't get the message. These are earthen resources. We need you to mount a defense.
Doesn't need to be hard. I just need an excuse to press my battle skills more often.
Fanatics are attacking the earthenworks again.
Yeah. I know. Well, that's something that I've liked that they've been doing in the story here in WoW is they put a lot of voiceover now. Because Blizzard knows that most of their players will not read. So they'll just make you go, like, pick up something, and it takes 5 seconds to pick it up. And during that 5 seconds, the NPC's like, so here's the reason why we're doing this right now. So they know this is the way you'll be a captive audience. Okay, you'll listen. Oh, I have levers. Press 1 to mole. Press 1 to mole. If you want to mole. You need level 70 and access to ringing deeps. That's it. That's all you need. It's for a mount. But yeah, I really think that this story patch for Arathi Islands that we just got this week, I think this is the most confident I have felt about WoW's story direction ever. I feel really, really good about it. I thought it was well told. I thought it was intelligent. I thought it didn't, you know, insult the player's intelligence. Wait. Do we all have mole? Do any... Who needs moles? Can I get permission to link something? Don't you want a mole? Okay, Archon doesn't. Today's your day. Archon, we're getting you that mole today. Yeah, the link will blow up. Most likely. Let me see if I can just DM you. You can send it to me that way. Okay. Ready, check. Wait, but we need another person. Yeah, we need one more. Was Gayara voiced in this patch? Yes. Okay. Okay. Gonna swap over and then join? Okay, no problem. I think Square Enix in general has been streamlining the fun out of their games. They conflate casual with so easy it hurts, when casual just means I don't want to spend 10 hours grinding for a +5 stat boost. FF14 could have a billion things to do. But the gameplay is so streamlined that doing those things aren't fun anymore. I think that is fair to say. That's been a general complaint with the direction of battle content, like battle job design. And a lot of the complexity and depth has been streamlined out of it, like you said. I think in my experience, Stormblood battle design was really the best. Yeah. I thought it was a little bit telling that in the live letter, they showed this screenshot of the Warrior of Light looking miserable, getting ready to do his relic quest grind. And Yoshi P's like, I thought about showing this particular screenshot, but we all know how it feels to talk to Geralt. And this really kind of bothered me that he said that, because it implies that that's just the way things are supposed to be. You know, it's always going to be a rough and difficult thing, and that's just how it has to be. You know, it feels a little bit, I don't know if complacent is the right word, but lacking imagination, I guess? Like, how can we do this so that it's exciting and fun and cool and not anticipating pain? Is pain really necessary? What's that one button with the arrow? Oh, this is something I'm testing. This is one button mode they just added this week. Yes. It's one button mode. Yes. It's one button. Meaning, you can just press one button and it will do your whole rotation. If you don't know what to do. It comes with a big GCD penalty. I'm gonna fight this monster with one button. Yes. Yeah, it's a problem with innovation. Yeah, he's pretty much saying we're never gonna change this formula. And why? Like, why not? Why not? It's nice they're exploring the good and bad of various sides rather than just the good and evil, which is covered by unknowable void creatures already. I definitely felt that way too. especially in the Heartland series. Because Marin, as, you know, delusional as she is, they really still tried to show how desperation and feeling abandoned by the Alliance and like feeling a unhealthy obsession with ideals and stories can make someone detached from reality and try to reach for something that never even really existed in the first place. A lot of it was very topical. They did fix the weak aura. Yes. They fixed it. Okay, ready to chat. Do we have buns in position? 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Yes. We are in position. Good luck.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We have summoned the beast. Now we make haste. Good luck. The levers are cranked. And it is time to go. I want a, I would like to have, this is my buffs right here. You can see to the left of my character. I'd like to have it so it just shows the buffs that are of a short duration, like 2 minutes or less. Because I don't need to see all this stuff right here, but I do need to know about, like, important buffs in combat. I don't know how to do that. I don't know if that's something I can do in the default UI. But I've been trying to use the default UI for more things. Because it's something that won't break, right? It's not gonna break with the million other add-ons I use. Okay, buns. Wait for all to arrive. Okay, we're all here. Good luck. Okay, let's use the one button. Yo! Oh no, I did not get a mount. Did you? Any molars? Dang. No, none. Nope. Molars of Shinovar. Do you want to do another one? Sure. Well... Yes. Wow, your character looks cool. Nice. Armor. The set looks great. I really like it. I really like that set. Oh man. Everybody's going away before I can look at your transmog. That's fine. Remember, I was on Darkmoon Fair, so we're gonna have to check a different server. Not Darkmoon Fair for the next lever. Beep. By the way, for the rogue players, is ass fun? Yes. I am enjoying ass. I just can't get enough of ass. Buns love ass. Yeah. I mean, usually I'm more of a sub player. But I think I can swap between sub and ass pretty seamlessly. It's worth playing, just to joke about that. I was playing Rogue just for that. Hi, Maury Strider. Good to see you. It is actually fun, though, to answer your question. What's good about ass is you can, it's less hectic. It's more steady. It's less chaotic, I think, than the other specs. So,
You got mail.
weirdly, it feels more like old combat than the other specs. Because it's really more just about, you know, keep up slice and dice, keep up your bleed, use 5 points for your envenom, pay attention to your cooldowns. You know, it's simple. It's pretty simple. More simple. All reliable, but
My faith kindles my hope.
Oh, I need to
In
do
my
that quest
heart.
again. I'm not gonna do that right now, though. Okay. Oh my god, I need to turn... What's all these extra things on my screen? Let me turn off this add-on. Let me turn that off. Reload. Yep. They need to rework the open world in FF14. I hate that there's just one thing to do in the open world. Fates. Oh my god. That is like the hill I'm gonna die on, really. I've gotten to a point where I'm so tired of Fates. I cannot keep doing Fates. I cannot keep doing Fates. I've done so many Fates. I think if you added up all the time I've spent doing Fates in the last 10 years, it would probably be like a year or more of straight Fates. I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think about it.
We are the Titans.
By the way, it's time walking week. It's time walking. It's 6 weeks of time walking back to back, which is really, really good for leveling.
Conversation
It just
bit by
started
bit.
this week.
We'll get our memories back.
And it's
Despite
I'll do that a
everything,
little later.
the Arathi find joy.
Yep. A really good thing that they've changed recently is the account-wide rep. Account-wide rep. Account-wide bank. Account-wide progress. That was I think for me, as an FF player, that the problems with playing alts was one of the biggest reasons I could not really play WoW consistently after playing FF14 for years, because I just got too used to being able to swap classes whenever I wanted. And before War Within, it was kind of punishing in WoW to do that. But they have finally fixed this problem. And now, like, all your progress is shared.
Someone didn't
So
get
it's
the
fine
message.
to
These
swap.
are earthen resources.
Warband is, I think, that's one of the reasons why I say I think this is the best expansion we've had.
Confrontation detected. Fanatics are
Confrontation detected. It's just like the core system level stuff is so much better. So much better. I'm leveling a Demon Hunter now, just so I can get a sick-ass transmog. They always look good. Oh yeah. Nobody looks better than the Demon Hunter. Illidan. I need an Illidan poster. I've got Kaligos and Nazadormu. I need Illidan to round out the 3. We're gonna have Kaligos right there. Nazadormu. And on the other wall, I need Illidan. We're gonna have big, huge, like, covers the whole wall. It would be good. Yeah. If you want to join the guild, go into our Discord and leave a message in the WoW channel. Yes, you can join on any server, any region, faction. Any faction, doesn't matter anymore. Okay. Where is the levers? 1, 2... I think that's... Yeah, we got it. I'm on EU right now, but I usually spend the first half of the day in EU, and then in the evening I'm in NA because of the time zones. I'm currently on EU. Though. Early mornings and afternoons, early afternoons is when I can see the EU buns. But yeah. Is the group listed for mole? Oh, we should list the group. Am I the lead? No. Yeah, list the group. You can do that. Oh man, I have talent points I need to spend? What? I'll figure that out. Camouflage. You take reduced damage while camouflage is active, but that's only... I can only use that outside of combat? I'm not sure. Oh, this is good. Min pet improvement? Okay. Remove poison and disease. Oh, you passed me lead. Okay. Start a group. Molin. Okay, I just started the group on EU. It's called Molin in custom PvE if you want to join. Yeah, that's what burned me out before, is having, because I love to play alts. And I hated doing everything on one character, trying to swap to the other character, do it all again, and repeat for every class I want to play. It was awful, especially after FF14. But no longer is a problem. Yeah. Okay, I think if you're here, we can just do it. Yes. Ready, check. Zep, have you got the moles on both accounts? I don't know. I think I don't have it on NA. I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure I don't have it on NA. Yeah. It's even worse when you play on both EU and US, like me. When I swap from US to EU, it was a nightmare. I know. I also play on EU and NA. And do you realize I've had to get Time Lost Proto Drake twice? I got Zulian Panther twice? I know. For me, it was just untenable when I'm trying to have alts before War Within Warbands feature and have 2 accounts. It was just too much. Beep beep bing bang bang. Oh, the community finder posting has expired. I have just renewed it. I have just renewed it. So the community finder thing should work again. Okay, everyone's ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Did it work? Yes, it worked. It worked. Good luck. Good luck. Will you be doing the Lorewalker show recap scenarios? Yeah. How long do they take? I'd love to do those. Good luck, Buns. I'd like to do the Arthas story. Let's see how it is with the lore walking. About 20 minutes each. Why would you do it if you're not gonna read? Oh, I guess for the toy reward? Yeah, good luck. Miss my Zulian Tiger. Oh, can you even get Zulian Tiger anymore? I don't know. I don't know if you can.
Someone didn't get the message. These...
Okay. Did somebody else pull? Yes, someone else pulled. Go ahead and attack. It's almost dead. It's almost dead. You gotta attack. Oh my god. Someone else pulled. Whew. I did not get a mole, however. Nope. Bunlucky. What about Belladar? Belladar doesn't go dark for another hour and a half. I might go do lore walking. Ban. Yeah. You signed up for group. We could do it again. You might have to sign up again though, because we just cleared it on this. Yeah. We can do it one more time if you want. One more. Let's do one more. Okay. Yes. Have you done all of the Lore Walker recap scenarios, Zeiss? Which character do I want to do this on next? My Warlock. Yeah, Warlock. Warlock, yeah. Unobtainable since Cataclysm. Ouch. Well, you gotta get new ones, you know, to make the new account be exciting. But I hear you. Usually, if I have something like a special code I can redeem for a pet or something like that, that can only go to one account, I'll usually just put it on my EU account because that one has more stuff on it. But I try to get things for both. Which is, you know, I understand. Okay. I'm already here. However, I have no lever. I have no lever. Hee hee hee. Hey. Who has one? Rusty Buns time walking. Oh god. No. No. I'm on Sporigar. And Sporigar does not have a lever. I can check on my paladin. Yeah. I'll look right now. Yeah, let me go see. Because the paladin's on a random server. Mm-hmm. You have more than one paladin, Archon? Did we hit a sub goal? What? Was the other wait, what? We did? 891. What was the sub goal for? I don't remember setting that goal. I don't see it. It's not on the screen. It's weird. But we should probably have one though. Maybe for 900. Just chat.
Adventurer, Anthrax loyalists seek vengeance. Join the Flame's Radiance in defending her.
Okay. I need to hide. The player, Blizzard player module right now for this character. Hold on. Hide player. Okay, and target. Good. Okay, I'm on my way back to... Wait, where am I going? Dornegal. Okay. I went to Google a mole video. What's interesting about moles? Okay, I'll
understand your frustration, Gaora, but do not rush to conclusions.
The first thing we need to do is find the levers. After we do that,
the core way is usable again.
We're gonna do our last mole run of the day. Yeah. We're gonna find the last lever right now. When did you try to do lore walking? Was it immediately after the release?
Someone didn't get the message.
Okay.
These are earthen resources. We need you to mount a defense.
Let me see if there is a lever here.
Confrontation detected. Fanatics are attacking the earthenworks again.
Yes.
We need to subdue them.
I have a lever. Okay, so I'm just gonna start a group. Molin. Which that's me. Okay. I'm here, ready. I'll invite y'all this way as we have people join. Okay, I'll convert to a raid. I'll give you assist. Okay. Any more buns for this? I think that's every bun. I'll leave the thing up for a second. It's here in the Ringing Deeps. What you need is to be level 70 and to be able to go to the Ringing Deeps. That is it. That's what you need. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to know about anything else. We're currently on EU. And we're gonna kill a monster here and get you a mount. That's the goal. I might swap to NA. We could do it on NA in a minute. Because it's getting a little late in the day to be on EU. It's getting really late for y'all. Yep. Okay. Let's see. See if every bun is where... This add-on shows where the levers connect, like where they all are. This is Handy Notes. if I hover over this inconspicuous lever, as you can see, there's white lines that show up. And it just shows you where all of the levers are. It says white dots. So there's one, there's one, there's one. And Archon's at 1, Hav is at 1. We need somebody at 3. And someone's at 5. So we need somebody at lever 3 right here. So that way, because they all have to be pressed at once. Yep. So maybe somebody can go right there. It's next to Dark Flame Cleft, kind of. But you can still join. I believe I'm still in the PF for it, if you want. And a lot of us already have them all, meaning if it drops for us, we can just trade it to you. So you'll have, it's a much better chances of getting it in our group than not. Oh my god, I did. I heard the new time walking mount is bugged. Yes. So the way it's supposed to work is you do like 4 or 5 time walking dungeons nearly back to back for 5 weeks. But instead it's just dropping. People after like 10 or runs or less in a lot of cases. It's just dropping. Pick up your time walking mounts and toys. Oh yeah! For BFA. Yes. Yes. Okay, everyone is in position.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go. Good luck. I delist the group now? Wait, did we not do it? Oh, crap. Sorry. We didn't do it. Go back, go back, go back. My bad. I didn't check for the message. Someone didn't get the message. Yeah, Hav can show you where it's at. You got it? I should have done. I don't think I even did a ready check. We're still in EU, but I'm gonna probably swap in a minute. We are golden.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, we got it this time. We have got it this time. Let's go. Get mold up. Yeah, a lot of us, not a lot, but a few do play EU and NA. Helping to sort of coordinate things between both regions. Obviously regions can't play together, but for our guild event that we had on Friday, we did have a meetup, EU NA meetup, and that was cool. I think we have a very unique community. We have a very unique guild. I think it's not normal for there to be EU and NA factions of the guild, but we do it because it's just, I have both I play both regions. That's just the way my life has turned out. Good luck! Any? Oh, we got them all! Dropped! Yo, it dropped. It dropped. It dropped for Daggy. Nice. It dropped. Roll for mole, y'all. Roll for it. Who's our winner? Archon. Yo! Congratulations. Way to go. On the third try. Yeah, finally. I feel like you've been in so many of these mole runs. You finally got... Wow, your character looks so great. Archon has so many good-looking characters. Really. Congrats for winning the mole gotcha. Wait, what are you doing? Did you get it? Yeah, you need to go to Dornegal, or like go into an instance, and then you can trade it if it's between Horde and Alliance. Yep. What's that sword? What's that sword you got? It's... Oh, it's Ashbringer. Cool. It's a Legion... I don't think I've seen that one before. Legion version. Alternate version. Okay. GG buns. I'm gonna swap to NA. Oh, it's the Fire Hearthstone. Cool. Why am I need to hearth for... Oh, I can't. I'll hearth to Dalaran first. Mole in deep space? No. No. I have so much to tell you about Love in Deep Space that is gonna blow your mind. You have no idea. I'm collecting information about it, and I'm gonna have the most hilarious, like, video game report for you. You are not ready. You are not prepared. You are not prepared for the wild shit I'm gonna tell you. I'm shocked. It is gooning on a level that I didn't even think was possible. Shocking even to me. I can't wait to tell you about it. But there's still so much for me to learn. So I'm doing research, yes. That's why I had to install it. It's for research for videos and stuff. Oh, you're next to the lever on NA. Cool, I'm logging in right now. Yes. Wait. Why are we naked? Why is... Don't worry about it. She's ready for deep space. Yes. It's a visual bug. Yes. Quick mention, really thankful for the Only Buns community and your stream, Zepla. Really enjoy having my tune alts in your EU guild, since everyone is so nice and chill. Shout out to Lento and Hav. I will continue to say you and Preach are my favorite streamers for FCB and WoW. Well, that means so much to me, thank you. You just made my whole year. Thank you for being part of the community. I gotta say this is the best guild I have ever been in my life. It's really good. It's really good. We have such wonderful people. And I think it helps that it's kind of new. Because it's a year old, and because there's so many new players and returners in it, I feel like we don't have the jaded attitude that I think a lot of longer running guilds might sometimes get. We have a lot of people that are just hyped because it's the game good and don't know or care about what happened in Shadowlands or BFA. Like, who cares about it? It's fun right now. It's been awesome. It's very, like, fresh, I guess. A lot of fresh perspectives on things. And because everyone's not everyone, but most people are new or returning, there's also no judgment of, like, not being great at playing. I'm not good. Like, I'm still learning a lot, especially since I'm changing classes so much. Are we doing moles? Who has a lever? I'm level 70. I need to do time walking so I can level this character. Or I could just join on my mage. We'll probably end up doing it on more than one, so... I gotta say, yeah, playing Assassination has been fun. It's been more straightforward, it's slower paced, I'm feeling less overwhelmed, and it's starting to feel more like, closer to combat than when I've gotten out of sub. Tempted to try WoW this weekend. Would you say there's more mid-core content available in this game than FF14? Oh god, yes. Especially with War Within. They have added something amazing to the game in War Within called Delves. Delves is such a good, like, mid-core activity to do. Or casual. Really, it's something you can solo, or you can do it with a group. Can you get mythic level gear from Delves? I know you can get really, really good gear just from doing Delves. And it's this thing you can solo if you want, or do it with a small group of people, or just one other person. It's up to you. And it's like, it's interesting enough that you need to pay attention. And you can set the difficulty how you want to. They've also I think the Horrific Visions is really good mid-core content too that they just added. The Mythic Plus can be mid-core if you do lower keys, and that's really fun because you can set your difficulty. I think that's it. That's kind of the key, the thread there between all those things. For all those things, you can set the difficulty to what you're comfortable with. So you can make it easy and get used to it, and then you can gradually increase it to what is fun for you. And there's not really any pressure to go beyond that. Wow, damn, we have a lot of people wanting to do Molin on NA. What the hell? How many people we got Molin? We got like, we have a full raid. What in the world? I did not expect how hungry we are for the mole today. Listen, I'm on my way right now. I'm on my way. We got 20-person raid for this mole. I'm shook. The NA craves moles, yes.
Someone didn't get the message.
We're getting these damn moles. What if we get like 3 drops?
To mount a defense.
We might.
Confrontation detected. Fanatics.
But anyways. Yeah, NA's been starved for moles. I know it. I know. But again, Ensifer, I want to thank you so much for the really kind message. That means a lot to me, and I'm happy to hear that our guild is, you know, being the best guild there ever was. I do feel that way about it. Oh, do we need to help summon? We have a night elf, Worgen. Oh, we need a horde warlock. I can maybe do it. Do I have a warlock high enough level? Let me check. I can check. Yes, you can. In WoW, you can choose the difficulty 1 to 10. More. Like, you decide. It's not just ridiculously easy or soul-crushingly stupid hard with no. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the realm of midcore, right? That's where I want to feel decently challenged, so I can grow and like feel that progression at my own pace. No, my warlock is from Wrath. My boy is. Do I have a level 70 boost? Yes, but I'm not gonna. I don't know if I should use it right now on my man. Fod. That I made when I was very, very edgy. In Wrath. I should level him though. Fod. Curious. Oh, yes, I loved the Wrathgate. I made that character right after the Wrathgate. I thought that was so badass. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Did you think we had forgotten? Did you think we had forgiven?
Did you happen to find anything?
Did you happen to find anything? Wait, what? Okay, is everyone able to arrive in the blinging deeps? 1, 2, 3. Okay. You need to get the expansion. Yeah. I know it. It is Stabla time. Yeah, I've been doing the when did I make this character? Was it after I got banned? You can check this by seeing level 10, 2011. Yeah. Yeah. It was after the ban of my original rogue character. Yeah. Oh, you can't find the pre-made. Mullen with buns. I got banned, yeah, in, it was in Burning Crusade, though. I got banned. This is a pretty old character, though. Wow, 2011, level 10. That's insane. I'm ready. We need to summon in some more. It might be faster to, just drag and ride down, you know. Banned for starting the Red Dawn. Listen, I might have been in the Red Dawn. I didn't start it. I was just A conspirator? Yeah. Hold. Wait, are y'all, yeah, we're not doing anything yet. We need more summons in. Anyone need summons? Yeah. I was rolling with the Red Dawn dudes. That is true. I was. Yeah. If you don't know, that was the name of my vanilla WoW guild. It was called Riders of the Red Dawn that I raided with early 3,000 years ago. And the game just came out with a story where there's a evil faction called the Red Dawn. Yeah. And they described like the logo of the Red Dawn. It's the same as my guild logo that we had. I lost touch with all those people. I wish I could talk to at least one of them again after all these years. I still talk to some of my friends from Vanilla, but not any of my raiding guild people. I lost touch with all those people. It's more my roleplay friends that I still talk to from Vanilla. Any more molars incoming? If you are not pulling a lever, you should wait here with everyone else. Yeah. We don't have a horde lock. I'll just, I'll boost FOD. I'll just boost FOD. I'll go ahead and have my horde warlock. Here's a fun Wrath story about Bands. Our tank at the time was named Sweet, and after he got the Salty title, he changed his toon name to Balls. Got banned for 2 weeks, lost his rank, and his words, totally worth it. It does sound worth it. Now you have this great story. I'm surprised you could name your character Balls. Like, that seems like that's something that should be blocked. Yeah. I think we have all the buns here, though. Looks like we're all in position. Let's do a ready check. Is that loud? Is that sound effect loud, y'all? Okay. We are good. Okay, so, don't pull boss until all lever pullers arrive. Yeah. Balls was ahead of his time. Rob, take care. See you later. Bye.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okie doke. Lurker of the Deeps has been summoned.
Confrontation detected.
Time to go get it.
Attacking the earthenworks again. We need to subdue
Let's
them.
go. Let's go. Spaceballs. Can you believe they're making a Spaceballs too? That's such good news. And they're getting a lot of the OG actors back for it. What? Finally, some good news. Yeah. I'm so hyped. Like it was like a 20-year delay, right? Or even longer. When was Spaceballs 1? I feel like it was forever ago. 30? It's longer than 20 years. Okay, all are here. Okay. Wow, look at all the burns. There's so many. There's so many bugs. Any moles? If we don't get a single mole, I'm gonna be shocked. Did we not get a single mole? No way! No way. Again. Again. Yeah, again. We go again. I can't because it's Disney who gave the okay. Oh. Right. They own it. All right. All right. So it's not gonna be too weird. Yeah, that's true. Do I have to be? I'll get on my evoker. Yeah. I'll get on the evoker. Can you grab your lock? Because I don't know if I want to boost that character. I think if I was going to play a Horde Warlock, I'd want it to be a Husbando Blood Elf. But I need time to make him, and like... I could race change FOD, I guess. Okay. So, man, I really like the music here. I love Valdrakken in general. It's so relaxing. It's just such a good feeling to be here. I have spent countless hours just chilling here. Okay. I need to get over there. Yeah. I need a hearth. Let me turn on Opie. Why not a panda? I want to play a panda. I never said, you know, how long I needed to spend on the panda. Yeah, I don't... Yeah. You can make a really nice looking Drakthir visage. I just wish you could show your visage on character selection instead of the dragon form. That's a minor gripe that I have.
I understand your frustration, Gaora, but do not rush to conclusions.
Even though the core way is usable again.
Not ready. Definitely not. Okay. Every bun can invite, right? Yep. We did say you have to level Rusty Buns. True. I think I might boost Rusty Buns and do the rest with Time Walking. Because I have extra boosts.
Someone didn't get the message.
That seems required.
Confrontation detected. Fanatics are attacking.
But
the
we have
earthen
6
works
weeks of
again.
time walking, back to back. So, I mean, we will be able to do that. Okay, so this lever is covered. I see these other 2 levers are covered. And they're all covered, so we can all just meet up where the boss spawns. Yes. This is a full zone-wide operation that we are doing. I never realized Visage form uses the female troll skeleton. It's actually the human female. I can see where you would get that, but it's actually a human female skeleton. Which is fine. I would like to be able to choose whichever race and let it be a little draconic for Visage form, but I think they're never gonna let us do that. I think she's really cute. I need to, I've been working on a video about this add-on, the Narcissus add-on that will let you do G-pose, basically. But it's kind of, it's just a bit of an overwhelming add-on. And so I'm working on a, like, quick get started thing for it. Man, I have so many add-on buttons on my map. What in the world? Why do I have so many add-on buttons? Oh, here we go. So this is a video I'm working on. Where I'll show people. It also gives you access to a bunch of emotes and stuff. Did you see they're adding /lean? Yes, I did. In fact, see that. Yes, I did see that. I'm so happy. Again, like, it really feels like the WoW devs have played a lot of FF and it shows. Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't know about it. But yeah, this way you have access to all these different emotes. Like beg. And you can pick the frame you want, which is good. Set the character down. I still feel like I'm really dedicated to Night Elf though. That's it for me. Yeah. Night Elf for life. What? What is this? Crawling. I didn't know about that's kind of cool. You could do some fun screenshot with that. What are you? I crawled to the mole. Okay. Are we all in position? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Yes, it does seem like we're all here and ready. Let's do a ready check. Oh, right. Bunsley is our alt guild for NA. Because we have so many people that we need the alt guild because you can only have up to 1,000 people in your guild. and so Bunsley is a place to put alts. I'm still setting up the add-on to connect guild chat between Only Buns and Bunsley, so hopefully it will just be sharing a guild chat, but I haven't figured it out yet. So for now we're just using guild chat as a shared chat in Discord. Yeah. When we start only bimps. No! No only bimps. Press 1 if you're ally and you need a summon. I think every bun is good because we have Elgaram at level 1, Minnie 2, Ethan 3, Shash at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's every bun. Every bun relay is at 4. Yeah. So we can pull. We can do it now. Nice. Every paladin looks epic. I'm looking at people's glam. Okay. I'm on NA currently. I was on EU earlier, but now we're on NA.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, now all across the zone, we have 5 buns.
Something's not quite right.
Who pulled levers, meaning they have summoned the beast, which will appear here in just a moment. Only Bimsley Bums. Oh. Blood Elf and Dracula are my favorite. It's fun when you get a race you vibe with so well. I think Blood Elf is probably the best looking males currently in the game. And Void Elf is decent too, but I think that Blood Elf have better hairstyles for men. I wish they could share all the same hairstyles, but... Okay, there's the monster. Lurker of the Deeps, yeah. Good luck. Good luck to the buns. One button for the win. Did we get any? Oh my god. No. No wonder NA is starved for moles, because we just are not getting them. Dang. None. They'll have to try again later, I guess. Can't catch a break. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Next time. Yeah. So, do we want to try... I think I'd like to do the Lorewalking. I want to see what it's like. I think that's cool. It's a brand new feature, and I wanted to be able to talk about it. Can you get XP for doing it? Like, can I do it at level 70 on my rogue? I'm trying to level. Let me swap. Did one, but on my main. Okay. Well, I'm about to find out. That's a great idea. Should have 2 sets of ears. One when you're EU and one when you're NA. That way, people could tell.
Did you happen to find
That's
anything?
smart. That was a good idea. Okay. Wow, really creepy transmog. Here. Okay. Where do you do lore walking? Like, who do I talk to for that? Let's see. Yeah, where's Cho? He is in Stormwind. There it is. Bitty bing bing bing. Okay. Yeah, I can totally do it at level 70.
Greetings.
Are you also taking a well-deserved break? There's nothing like catching up on some reading in the fresh air with a great view. Would you like to hear a story? Yeah.
Farewell.
I would like to hear a story.
Every good story needs a hero.
I want to hear the Lich King story.
Jade Serpent Guide.
I must warn you, friend. This is not a tale for the faint of heart. The Lich King. A figure so horrible that his very legacy defies remembrance. Perhaps we should recall instead the prince who had yet to become king.
Okay. This is cute. We're sitting on a little bench, like in the park, together. Who was the Lich King?
All. And so begins the travel.
There you are, lad. We've been waiting for you.
Can I dance? No. I try. This is the first thing I tried to do. Can we sleep? No. Okay, they don't let you do any goofy emotes. That's good.
The light shines upon us.
It's a big day, lad. We've got a parade of the troops. Visiting contingent from Ironforge. And hear word your father, your King Taranos, will be here to oversee everything. It's days like today that you've been forged for, Arthas. Inspire your men. Prove yourself. Whip these troops into shape. No doubt Murden has been itching for a brawl as well.
Seek justice, not vengeance.
Yo, can we get capes like this? Though?
For Uther, may I have a word? There's been something on my mind.
When has that ever not been the case?
It's fully voiced.
Speak up, then.
I've trained hard as a knight of the Silver Hand. Done my best to be a paladin of the light, but I'm still also Prince of Lordaeron. And one day, I'll be king. What happens if, at some point, those two duties conflict with each other? Which one wins?
Ha. Well, I know much of knighthood and little of royalty. But I do know what it's like to stand at a crossroads. My advice to you is this. All you can do is look down the paths in front of you and do your best to see what lies ahead. Only then can you decide which path will best serve your people in the end. For that is the duty of both Prince and Paladin.
Look down the path and see what lies ahead? That's your great advice?
I can impart many a lesson, my boy, but experience will always be the better teacher. Now go on. Your future awaits.
Okay. He didn't like that advice. Yeah, he was really like, that's shit advice. Look, just try to, were you telling me to look into the future and see the future? That's the whole problem, is I don't know what's gonna happen. That's why I'm asking you for advice. What? If I knew what was gonna happen, then I'd know what to do. Okay, it's trained soldiers.
Hello. See you around.
Man, I just feel like I'm beating her ass. What the? Why is it so bloody? This seems like excessive. Yeah, she said that's a bit much.
What can I do for you?
Damn, man. This guy, he's just freaking... pummeling these people. Very good, my lord.
My attention. Off with you.
Well met.
Sparring's for folks who've yet to see combat. I've seen the walls of Stormwind torn asunder. I've seen 1,000 fires reflected in the waters of the bay as 100 ships carried the city's people to the safety of Lordaeron.
For the Alliance.
Have a good one.
It was when the Stormwind was messed up in the war. You think Arthas had some anger issues?
Be careful.
We're in Lordaeron now, right? Undercity. This is Undercity. Before, it was bad off. Okay.
See you later.
Surrounded by simps. Okay. Man, it's like, takes forever. The map says we're in Lordaeron.
Good to see you, Commander.
Bop, bop. Bop. Man, that armor doesn't do too much, does it? This is Scarlet Monastery. Before it was even called that. Within Lordaeron.
What are your orders? See you around.
Speak. Okay, spar with Muradin. And I can also speak with Jaina? Wait, Jaina's here? Okay. See, the problem is that Arthas was not in a guild. Okay? That's why he had so many issues. If it said Arthas only buttons, we wouldn't have these problems. They'll let just about anyone in here. Eh, lad? It's good to see you.
Show me what you've got.
The dwarf stun animation is so funny. It's just like... What? Like...
Good shot.
Oh, I better get out of that! He has a mechanic. The problem is Arthas kept looking forward to 8.0.
Uther trained you well, Arthas. You do your order proud, boy.
And your kingdom as well. Come, my son. We have much to attend to.
Wow, Taranas is a really cool voice actor.
It's good to see you.
Talk to Jaina.
Back to my...
Jaina, what are you doing here?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your training.
Why are you hiding away back here?
I didn't want to distract you. I just wanted a little break.
They put too much pressure on you in Dalaran.
I could say the same for you. They expect so much of you.
Come visit.
What?
Come see me. My family and my kingdom. Take a real break.
You're right. I should. I will.
Care to stay longer today?
Yeah.
But seeing you was enough.
Oh man, they definitely were like, you know,
I can't stay for long.
hot and heavy. Yeah.
Hello, my son.
Well done, my son. I heard the soldiers from all the way over here. Sounds like you gave them a lesson in humility. You were born for this.
Both prince and paladin, Arthur's placed the future of his kingdom above all else. Then, one day, a terrible plague beset Lordaeron, one that turned its victims into the undead.
Yeah, Lorewalker Cho has a spicy tale about
Hello.
what happened next.
Tread lightly.
Wow, this is great. You get to see all
Having
those little
seen
things.
the horrors afflicting his people, Arthur believed it a mercy to spare them from such a fate.
I'm a human.
Glad you could make it, Uther.
All right.
Watch your tone with me, boy.
All right, all good.
But I'm still your superior as a paladin.
As if I could forget. Listen, Uther. There's something about the plague you should know.
Can you hear him? It's like really loud.
We're too late. These people have all been infected. They may look fine now, but it's just a matter of time before they turn into the undead.
What?
This entire city must be purged.
How can you even consider that? There's got to be some other way.
Damn it, Uther. As your future king, I order you to purge this city.
Elrook 94 says Nah is no longer Moleless.
King yet, boy. Nor would I obey that command even if you were.
Nice.
Then I must consider this an act of treason.
Treason? Have you lost your mind, Arthas?
Have I? Lord Uther, by my right of succession and the sovereignty of my crown, I hereby relieve you of your command and suspend your paladins from service.
Arthas, you can't just...
It's done. Those of you who have the will to save this land, follow me. The rest of you, get out of my sight.
Damn.
You've just crossed a terrible threshold, Arthas.
Jaina?
I'm sorry, Arthas. I can't watch you do this.
Wow. What would you do if you were Arthas in this situation?
Take position here.
Does the city must be purged?
Inside Stratholme to begin the culling. We must contain and purge the infected for the sake of all of Lordaeron.
Like, to be clear, think about what's going on inside Strat right now. Okay. It's the beginning. It's the epicenter of a zombie plague. You would join a guild? Oh my god, that's so base. He joined one of those guilds that is just for him and named it Prince of Lordaeron. Okay.
Lordaeron will be saved. Everyone looks ready. Remember, these people are all infected with the plague and will die soon. We must purge Stratholme to protect the remainder of Lordaeron from the scourge. Let's go.
Would you purge? Seal the city and hold the survivors in quarantine to buy time. But if even one person got out, Prince Arthas, may the light be praised.
I can only help you with a clean
Can you
death.
help us? What? Oh no.
That was just the beginning.
Yes, this is the beginning. I've been waiting for you, young prince.
The problem is...
As you can see, your people are now mine. I will now turn this city, household by household, until the flame of life has been snuffed out.
I won't allow it, Mal'Ganis. Better that these people die by my hand than serve as your slaves in death.
Okay. It says I need to talk to
send
Arthas.
out some of his scourge minions to interfere with us. Those of you with the strongest steel and magic shall go forth and destroy them. I will lead the rest of my forces in purging Stratholme of the infected.
Mm-hmm. Well...
May the light have mercy.
Could the people of Stratholme have been cured and saved? We may never know.
We'll never know that. Because he didn't even try to find another solution. That's what sucked about it, his choice.
All he could offer was a clean death and swift vengeance.
He didn't even ask anyone their opinion, you know? Other people were like, maybe there's another way. He's like, maybe you can eat shit. And that's why he sucks.
This city will be cleansed.
Defeat Mal'Ganis. Okay. We're gonna finish this right now, Mal'Ganis. Just you and me. And also me!
Test, Prince Arthas.
Oh right, I'm on subtlety. How do I even play subtlety?
Your journey has just begun, young prince. Gather
One less
your
obstacle to
forces
deal
and
with.
meet me in the Arctic land of Northrend. It is there that we shall settle the score between us. It is there that your true destiny...
I'll hunt you to the ends of the earth if I have to. Do you hear me? To the ends of the earth! You performed well this day. Anything that Mal'Ganis has left behind is yours. Take it as your
26
reward.
gold.
I must now begin plans for an expedition to Northrend.
Okay.
Arthas did not relent in his pursuit of
will pay for
Mal'Ganis.
this.
He would deliver retribution for what the Dreadlord had done, and for what Mal'Ganis had forced him to do in return.
I just think he could have...
How does today find you?
So you can ask questions after what you've seen. Teleport.
One less obstacle to deal with.
I'm a little lost. Where does this part of the story take place again? What happens if you click that? Let me just see. Oops. Wait, did I screw up? I was just curious what would happen if I clicked on that. Oh. Cho. Hey. I should have a button to talk to Cho. Really? Oh my god.
I can't afford to spare you.
I don't see a button to talk to him. And I don't see him either.
One less obstacle to deal with.
I guess this is the way I'm supposed to go? Other way. It's a tiny button next to the quest.
Mal'Ganis will pay for this.
In the log? I think I screwed it up. Yeah, it's not there. I think I made a mistake. I'll just start killing stuff. Okay, let me... what do I do? Help! I don't know. It's my janky UI hiding the button. Okay. Let me disable some stuff.
Mal'Ganis will pay for this.
I don't think it's my janky UI. I think it is the quest. But I could just try to disable all my add-ons. And that should do it. That's why I'm trying to use less, like, UI add-ons at least. I'm trying to move away from. And try to use the Blizzard default stuff as much as possible.
Mal'Ganis will pay for this.
Did you know that Mal'Ganis will pay for this? Did you know that? Hi Buns, is this PvP? Nope.
Did you happen to find anything?
I have ruined this. Bad. Chromius asked you to accompany Arthas. Okay, I have to completely screw this up. We have to go... Let's go talk to Cho in the city. Yeah, yeah. Let's get out of here. Don't do what I did and click that. Do not click. That you don't know where you are. Don't do that. Because... created a problem for myself. Where is he? Oh, here maybe? Oh, Lorewalking. It's the quest. Okay. Zep is lost. Okay, great.
Hello.
What happened after Strat?
Every good story.
Fixed. Thanks, Strat. That was a good idea. Are they gonna tell you?
Survived the expedition to Northrend. Restless ghosts haunted those forlorn shores long afterward.
The toxins in the Merkweed elixir will render you unconscious. There's a lot of people doing this right now, actually. So powerful is the effect of the Merkweed that even your spirit will be fooled, allowing you to temporarily enter the world of the dead. Once a spirit, you must speak to the ghostly denizens of the Forgotten Shore. Seek out the cause of their anguish and return to me. Remember, these spirits were once Alliance soldiers. Treat them with respect, honor, and dignity.
Goodbye.
Okay. Talk to you. The victims of the expedition to Northrend.
Here there.
I'm sure Arthas will be back any day. Yep. Let's go find the peasant.
More work?
If it weren't for those damned beasts burning our ships, we'd have been home by now. Leave me alone. Okay. Who burned their ships?
Greetings.
We can't keep this up, friend. If Prince Arthas doesn't return soon, we'll all perish.
Be careful.
I'm sure it'll work out. Okay. And we need to find a knight. I don't see any. Oh, there's one.
What can I do for you?
Rage. That's how I can sum up my feelings towards this whole mess. We worked our fingers to the bone, trying to get through the woods to the shore, only to find that we were too late. Our only way home had been destroyed.
For the Alliance.
Arthas burned it, so his soldiers couldn't retreat. Ooh. Well, that's what we're learning.
Greetings. Farewell to ye.
They don't know. None of them know. They think Arthas to be some great hero, when in truth, it was Arthas who ordered the ships to be burned. It was Arthas who left us all for dead in his frozen wasteland. Oric weeps. Not all of the soldiers from the prince's fleet perished in the freezing winter. I was only a lad when I was given the chance to battle the Scourge, to save our home from certain destruction. I took that chance.
See ya around.
Zelig gave this crystal ball to me years ago with specific instruction on its use. For 5 years, whenever I would feel anger, anxiety, or sorrow over the events that transpired here, I was to focus my thoughts upon the orb. I now understand why Zelig gave this crystal to me. Take my crystalline orb to the Forgotten Shore. Find the ruins of my old base. Place the orb in the center of town. Let the Forgotten see the world through my heart and soul. Okay. It's a memory crystal?
Goodbye.
It's really interesting, the story of Arthas, because you see like how he became more and more ruthless as time went on.
My troops recalled. Damn it! If my warriors abandon me, I'll never defeat Mal'Ganis. The ships must be burned before the men reach the shore.
Isn't that a bit much, lad?
Burned down to their frames. No one goes home until our job here is done.
You lied to your men and betrayed the mercenaries who fought for you. What's happening to you, Arthas? Is vengeance all that's important to you?
Spare me, Muradin. You weren't there to see what Mal'Ganis did to my homeland.
Damn. Okay. This is pretty good. I mean, it's showing, not telling.
How are you doing?
You did a good thing this day. And also it's all voiced, which I love.
Around.
You've honored me and honored the memory of hundreds of Alliance veterans. Zelig was wise in sending you here. Please return to him. Okay.
Farewell to ye.
Okay. There's so many memories here. I think for me, Northrend is the most nostalgic place. Yep. So much time spent.
Good day to you.
It is I who owe you a debt of gratitude, hero. Oric is like a brother to me. Okay. This is a trinket. Is this actually good? Do I even have a trinket at all?
See you around.
463
Hey
trinket. Okay, I don't need that.
Safe travels.
I am getting XP for this. A decent amount. They've labeled the cave as Frostmourne Cavern. Why the Scarlet Onslaught is interested in such things is unknown, but by the look of things, the area surrounding the cave is heavily guarded. Nevertheless, we must proceed. Use the orb.
Have a good one.
Got it. It's a really nice retelling for the Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne too. Their cutscenes were good, but being on the ground kind of adds to it. Yeah, absolutely. Like being up close and personal. I haven't read the book, no. Yeah, it's Warcraft 3. Story. Oh. So this is where he found Frostmourne. Was the music changed?
I would gladly bear any curse to save my homeland.
Oh, leave it be, Arthas. Forget this business and lead your men home.
Damn the men! Nothing shall prevent me from having my revenge, old friend. Not even you. Now, I call out to the spirits of this place. I will give anything or pay any price if only you will help me save my people.
He got it. He got the sword. It's Jover. It's really cool. Yes. It's an interesting story because it's like he was already kind of lost at the point when he decided to pick up the sword. And I think the story's strength is in the ambiguity of how much of it ended up being Frostmourne itself being cursed, and how much of it is just Arthas being the way he was, you know? I think that's something that adds so much nuance to the story.
How are you?
Muradin lives. Must notify King Bronzebeard at once. I need to consult the orb.
See you later.
We learned about the doomed expedition. And him getting Frostmourne. This is all the most important parts of the story. This is really great.
How does today find you? Eyes open. Always be learning.
What makes a king? Is it his crown? Is it the sharpness of his sword? The coldness of his heart? Perhaps the undying servitude of his people? Just as it is difficult to say when a sapling becomes a tree or a mountain becomes a hill, so too is it difficult to know when exactly Arthas Menethil passed into memory and the Lich King was born. That's exactly what I was just saying. Where do we draw the line between man and monster?
Tread lightly. Frostmourne changed Arthas. No longer was he a paladin of the light, but a knight in the service of death. But the people of Lorewalking were none the wiser. His homecoming was met with roses and ringing bells. It ended with betrayal and blood.
Ah, my son. You no longer need to sacrifice for your people. You no longer need to bear the weight of your crown. I've taken care of everything.
What is this? What are you doing, my son?
Succeeding you, father.
Oh!
Damn. Whew.
Greetings.
Damn.
Jade, for a man who had lived so strongly, had loved and fought so fearlessly, Arthas had fallen as far as he once climbed.
No king rules forever. Karen's voice actor is so great.
Northrend, Arthas continued his descent into damnation, and his ascent to the Frozen Throne.
Oh my god.
No! You monster!
Damn.
Reason. You lost your mind on this.
This is insane. Wow. So as you're going up the steps, you like kill the memory of everyone you cared about.
Lorewalking looks to us.
Arthas, my son, you shall learn in time that no king rules forever.
Was Arthas truly gone? Did only the Lich King remain? It is not for me to say, but Jaina Proudmoore refused to lose hope that the man she once loved was truly lost.
Farewell.
In the glacial mountains of Icecrown, Jaina braved the Lich King's sanctum on a desperate quest for the truth.
It's good to see you. I can't stay for long.
Can you remove the sword?
I hope we can speak again soon.
This is a cool room.
Frostmourne, the blade that destroyed our kingdom. Stand back! Touch that blade and your soul will be scarred for all eternity.
Yo!
I must attempt to commune with the spirits locked away within Frostmourne.
Thanks for the raid!
Give me
the
space.
Lava Rumble, appreciate
Back up,
that.
please.
Thank you so much. We're doing Lorewalking, looking at the Arthas Lorewalking story they just added.
Jaina, could it truly be you?
Uther! Dear Uther! I'm so sorry.
Jaina, you haven't much time. The Lich King sees what the sword sees. He will be here
Arthas is here?
No, girl. Arthas is not here. Arthas is merely a presence within the Lich King's mind. A dwindling presence.
But Uther, if there's any hope of reaching Arthas, I must try.
Jaina, listen to me. You must destroy the Lich King. You cannot reason with him. He will kill you and your allies and raise you all as powerful soldiers of the Scourge.
Tell me how, Uther. How do I destroy my prince?
Snap out of it, girl. You must destroy the Lich King at the place where he merged with Ner'zhul. Atop the spire, at the Frozen Throne. It is the only way.
Man, this is intense.
You're right, Uther. Forgive me. I don't know what got a hold of me. We will deliver this information to the king and the knights that battle the Scourge within Icecrown Citadel.
There is something else that you should know about the Lich King. Control over the Scourge must never be lost. Even if you were to strike down the Lich King, another would have to take his place.
He really did say,
without
like...
the control of its master, the Scourge would run rampant across the world, destroying all living things. A grand sacrifice by a noble soul.
Who could bear such a burden?
There must always be a Lich King.
I do not know, Jaina. I suspect that the piece of Arthas that might be left inside the Lich King is all that holds the Scourge from annihilating Azeroth.
Then maybe there is still hope.
No, Jaina! He is coming. You
Silence, Paladin.
Oh my god.
So, you wish to commune with the dead. You shall have your wish. Balric, Marwyn, bring their corpses to my chamber when you are through.
Oh my god.
As you wish, my lord.
Oh my god.
Soldiers of Lordaeron, rise to meet your master's call.
You won't deny me this, Arthas. I must know. I must find out.
Okay. Damn. It's pretty intense. Oh, I can't just go on ahead? We gotta kill all the ads? Yes. Okay. Yeah, we gotta do this whole thing. I thought I'm coming with you, girl. I guess not. Oh, I don't know how to play subtlety. Do I even have? Yeah, okay. Stealth. All my buttons are in the wrong spot compared to assassination. But yeah, that was a really cool scene with when Arthas is like, so you want to commune with the dead, then you'll have your wish. That was pretty cool. I don't remember this. Was this from Halls of Reflection? I definitely did it when it was current. But God. I don't remember all that.
Women and children. None were spared the master's wrath. Your death will be no different. Despair, despair. Morwen, finish them.
Some of it seems familiar. Oh, what? Is the Alliance version different for Lorewalking? This is Halls of Reflection. Huh. I see. Yep. I'm getting XP for this. Not a crazy amount. Definitely the best thing to do is time walking for leveling, but I wanted to see how this is and get all the cool toys. You get toys for doing this. So far, I think it's really good. This is exactly what the game needed to like clue people in on major story stuff as we go into midnight. Because I think that a lot of this stuff, even the Arthas stuff, will be relevant too, thinking about what's happened just now in the Arathi Highlands. You need to be somewhat familiar with the human kingdoms and like what happened to Lordaeron.
That you will find here.
That was a major kingdom. What happened with
Yes.
Okay.
Run to meet your destiny. Its bitter, cold embrace awaits you.
Dang. Thought I'd pop in and say I watched your beginner's guide. Subbing next week. I've joined Discord. Join your guild. Wow, I'm so happy. I was so happy to hear that. Hop on in. We'd love to have you.
Master,
Welcome in.
I have failed.
Thanks for watching the videos, too. I have been having just so much fun, really. I think it shows in my videos. I'm just having the time of my life. It's great. Making videos for WoW, playing this new stuff all the time, too. I can hardly keep up with all the new crap they keep adding.
As you promised. You will all become powerful agents of the...
He is too powerful. We must leave this place at once. My magic can hold him in place for only a short time. Come quickly, heroes.
It's good to see you.
We're ready. Let's go. Let's go. Now this I remember. I remember this part. For sure. Yeah.
There is no escape. Death's cold embrace.
I will destroy this barrier. You must hold the undead back.
With ice? It's made of ice. But okay. Yeah, this part I definitely remember too. This is cool. So you get like all the major moments that happen throughout dungeons and
To the chill of
quests all in one convenient spot. That's like threaded together by Cho. And you can ask questions along the way. It's perfect.
Another ice wall. Keep the undead from interrupting my incantations.
I wonder
that I may
how
bring
many
this wall down.
people are gonna be playing Death Knight after this. Like, how many people will finish the Arthas Lorewalking and immediately log out and make a Death Knight? Tons. Tons. It's, it's kind of a Death Knight propaganda.
another dead end.
Yeah. Sylvanas trying to poison him. Oh, yes.
We're almost there. Don't give up.
Okay. I'll maintain that Shadowlands was some writer who had his Sylvanas fanfic blog who got a job at Bliss just to try Redeemer. There's just no way. But no. It does seem like that at times. It is annoying. Oh. Gross. Man, were Abomination always that gross? Did they update it? It looks even more nasty than it did. The model looks really gross. It's all like stanky yellow intestine.
I can't stay for long. It's good to see you. I can't stay for long.
Let me bother her.
It's good to see you. I can't stay for long. It's good to see you.
You can get her to
stay for long.
Is she gonna okay, no, she's not gonna do it. She's not gonna do it. Sometimes if you click on an NPC a lot of times in a row, they get mad.
Your barriers can't hold us back much longer, monster. I will shatter them all.
Did y'all get any more moles, or you just got the one on NA today? Buns. Beep beep. That's just frustrating because, you know, I loved Sylvanas is one of my favorite characters. See, look at that. It's a new model. I love Sylvanas, and I was very upset with what they did to my girl. Okay. Very, very upset. Just devastated. I think that's a crime beyond just the story that you're writing being bad. Like, writing a story that's bad is one thing, but ruining beloved characters is a worse crime.
There's an opening up ahead. Go now!
I go.
It's a dead end. We have no choice but to fight. Steel yourself, heroes, for this is our last stand.
Okay. I'm sure. Jaina. Here he comes. I gotta stab him. It won't let me.
Fire! Fire! Quickly, climb aboard. We mustn't tarry here. There's no telling when this whole mountainside will collapse.
Nice. She doesn't want to go yet. She's still all hung up.
Forgive me, heroes. I should have listened to Uther. I had to see for myself. To look into his eyes one last time. I am sorry. We now know what must be done. I will deliver this news to King Varian and High Lord Fordring.
Like thunder after lightning, the anguish that the Lich King left in his wake caught up to him in the end. From atop the frozen throne, he wielded his cursed blade and set his final plan into motion.
You are the Lich King. The whole of Azeroth is arrayed against you. Show them what it means to be king. Oh my god, is this my raid? Where's the Blood Elf Mage? Around here. Oh my god. Defile is what I'm gonna spam. Defile is what's gonna kill everybody. That is so on brand. This druid standing in Defile and not even trying to move out of it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I appreciate they're letting you see that. This is how you kill raiders.
Rise up, champions of the light.
Oh no! They got rezzed. That's cheating. Hacks. Epic song.
Father, is it over?
At long last. No king rules forever, my son.
I see. Only darkness before me.
The song is so good. All right. I think that did a pretty comprehensive and good job of telling the whole story.
Greetings.
His reign was short, yet terrible.
Jade Serpent guide you. How does today find you?
It is a heavy story, full of terrible deeds and unhappy endings, but it is a story that must be told.
I so thank you for listening to my tale, friend. Every good story needs a hero.
I got Royal Visage. It's a toy. What does it do? Cool. It's weird being so fast. Dude, he should not be running this fast. This is weird. He shouldn't be hopping around like a bunny. Like he's supposed to be slow as fuck. This is weird. Will he dance? Oh no! Oh no! Oh god. Are you for real, man? Like, was this... I mean... We just had this epic, emotional, like, beautiful, intense cutscene. And this is gonna ruin it immediately by giving me this toy. That's what he did after every wipe. Yeah. That's what happens when your group stands in defile. That's what he does. Yeah, you gotta have some levity. That's funny. How long does this last? 10 minutes. Not that long. Okay. Cool. Well, what did you think? I really liked it. I thought it did a great job of, oh look, I didn't quite get level 71 though. I wish it gave more XP, but I think it did a really good job of telling the story. And it didn't take very long either. It was reasonably short. Love the lore walking. Yes. It's something players have been asking for. Because, like, doing all of that in order... It's, like, all over the world. All kinds of different dungeons. It's hard to keep track of where you would go next. So, that's great. Nice. It's a nice thing. Okay. It is... I think I might end here today so I can finish working on a video for the WoW channel. I do have the World of Warcraft YouTube channel, Zepla's WoW Realm, and I'm going to be working on that for the rest of the day. But you can check it out. You can also join our guild, Only Buns. We are on EU and NA, and it's a really great community. We'd love to have you be part of it. All you have to do is just join our Discord and ask for an invite. That's it. Tell us your character name and server name and region. We'll get you in. I will see y'all on Monday. Yeah, I've got so much to do today. I'm really behind on the video, so I really need to do that for the rest of the day. But I'll see you later. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and have a great rest of your weekend. Bye. Bye. Bye.